and greet us, right? So this is Fish and Bread from 12 a.m. to 7 p.m. All right, come on over and meet and greet. The 12 a.m. to 7 p.m. is 7 a.m. to 12 p.m. Let me start getting it right. So for all those who, and you can also listen in. So let me tell you now, if you're not able to make it here, you can tune in. Tune in on the 89.1 to 9 on your FM band that is here in Jamaica. The WOIB 101.9 FM that is in Florida, and the DAB that is in the UK. So you can tune in if you're unable to make it here. All right. And so on here, we will also be having on here prayer. Persons can call in for prayer. So get your pen and your paper now. That number for you to call in when that date come is 876-613-9129 or 954-900-4310. That is for the US. So please remember, come on over and be a part of that which God is doing. And also, you can watch on Flow channel 141. All right. So we are also on television live. You can go there and you will see us and see everything that is happening. For further information and for the pastors or the minister, the brother or the sister who you are feel led to pray on that day, you can call this number for your name to be on the list is 954-773-8377. That is for the US of A. And here in Jamaica, it is 876-204-9356. Yes, so come on board and be a part of that which God is doing. We just want to thank God for his love towards us. Also, I want to give big shout out. Yes, and thank you to Gary's Restaurant that provided lunch for Omega Radio. Yes, that is his place of business is located at the 18 Chelsea Avenue, New Kingston, right? So please support Gary's Restaurant. He has the best, can I say? I have gotten the jerk pork. People, I am going to go Jamaica now. The thing slap where. Jesus, truth, you know, the man put the pork bad. It good, not bad in good. Listen, me man. You need to go by Gary's Restaurant and experience what I'm talking about for yourself. He's at 18 Chelsea Avenue. That's Gary's Restaurant and Catering Service. Run on over right now at lunchtime now. Right now. What I say? Right now. Don't play with me. Right now. Just to remind you that coming up at 1 p.m. that we will be having Spot On with Vernon Darby. And at 2 p.m. we will be joining Sports Sex. And that is with Orville, Higgins and Zidane Matthews. So you stay tuned for that. At 3:30, we will be having Wafif Connect. Yes, much more. So much more that is still in store. Put your hand over your head now. Put your hand over your head. Over your head. And somebody just say, cover me. Cover me. Again. Cover me. Under your blood. Cover me, Lord. All over me. Jesus. I'm Mr. Jesus. I'm Mr. Jesus. All over me. And he's keeping me alive. Jesus is keeping me alive. God is able to keep us from falling from every attack. And when the devil starts tempting, from danger seen and unseen, he is my help, he will rescue me. So when the enemy comes upon me like a flood, I create a stand that put me under your blood. Give me the wisdom to know when to fight. So when I'm fighting in the all over me, Lord Jesus, all over me, and he's keeping me alive. I'm Mr. Jesus. I'm Mr. Jesus. Ready again, all over me.
me, and he's keeping me alive. Jesus is keeping.
Say I love it when you touch me now. Boy, say God, you turn a message into a message. Now the messenger arrive. Committed to the journey, so me now go backslide. Looking through the spirit and the physical eyes. Ooh, to God me testify. Told me at the work, I'm the boss. My whole life, he ain't not. Take me from the mud and put me in a A-class. Know me at the boss. You rearrange me like I should be dead. Ooh, Lord, he's all over me.
And he's keeping me alive.
I'm in the Jesus.
Keeping me alive.
Say my Jesus.
Keeping me alive.
All over me, Lord.
Over me. And he's keeping me alive.
Boy,
Jesus is keeping
I worship
me alive.
DJ again, DJ.
So if it wasn't for that stress, now tell me where I would have been. Wrapped up tied up, past and see no peace, now I'm done deep within. You don't know how far I'm coming from and where I could have been. So if you see me laughing to myself, I'm just remembering.
Remember when Terry put the fish gun in on the head, the index finger and the trigger pussy. We could have been dead. Remember when two jokes and gun me could have lost my life.
Praise the Lord and God bless you. This is Archbishop Wayne Jonathan Manning I from Omega Radio. We'd like to inform the listening audience that effective immediately, KLAS Radio is officially Omega Radio now. You are listening to Omega Radio. Tell everybody, the station where Jesus Christ is the star. God on Sports. Sensible. 89 FM Jamaica. Tell a friend, call a friend, tell everybody.
BMUL Auto Limited, your auto parts store of choice. Your satisfaction is our priority. We sell everything auto except the gas. Visit our stores, 114C Haglapa Road, Kingston, 24 Caledonia Road, Bandeville, 16 Main Street, Santa Cruz, St. Elizabeth. Contact us at 876-618-2781. The time by BMUL Auto is 1 p.m.
It's now time for Jamaica's first and #1 daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk. Call us and let us have a discussion.
All right, then greetings and salutations. And welcome to the sports test for today. The final day of the week is always nice when it's a Friday. And I'll be flying solo today. Zidane won't be. The numbers, you know the numbers. You should be pretty used to them by now. 615-2841 or 676-6968. Those are the numbers that you can call us at. All right. We understand we have calls already, so we're not wasting more time. We go straight to the calls. Take the first one now. Anything where we have to say, we can say it after the calls. So we go to the first one now. Hello.
Hello, good afternoon.
Yeah, Mount Salem. How you doing?
Yeah, before me get to know when I say we, Zidane is there, right?
No, not going to be in today.
Oh, because you say we, I'm not really see it on the TV, so.
Right.
Oh, because when I say we, me figure more or less say, Zidane was there. Well, I really wanted to talk Zidane. So,
yeah, break up though.
Yeah, hear me better now?
Yes.
You know, you're a rounded sportsman, so I can always talk to you the same way.
Yeah, man, go on.
Mr. Higgins, first of all, I want to address something because some people reach out to me differently and me not have any private line. I mean, not have any contacts at KLS to call first.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So in order to call first, a discipline. I remember a couple of years ago, Ras Butter. You remember Ras Butter? You used to be the last person every time to call.
Yes, sir.
And a few years ago, before me start call, Diego. I think Diego was a first timer on a regular basis.
Yeah.
So to all the people who hear me a call first time, a discipline take man, and me as a person, Mr. Higgins, me not like to just call for the long time, they wait and all them things. So I just call and just listen to the show after.
Yes.
Right. So that is just me. Everybody have their own strategy.
Nothing
But
wrong with
having
that.
said that, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, having said that, no. Don't me get now, I'm really can't figure about now. And I hope Fortis is listening. Mr. Higgins, when you say Steve Smith is better than Brian Lara, is that any way undermining Brian Lara accomplishment?
Not at all.
Right. So if me come and say Messi is better than Cristiano Ronaldo, that not nothing to do with Ronaldo. Me think Ronaldo achievement is great.
Yeah.
It's just that you think that one man is better.
Yeah.
You can't take away anything from Ronaldo.
No, it doesn't.
Achievement.
Preferring A to B don't mean you not rate B.
Right, and everybody, cause you always say to me, Mr. Higgins, that you the batsman where you prefer figure watch. Why name
Zenny Fowler, my brother. He's my brother. Play youth cricket for Jamaica. Play a senior game for Jamaica as well. So if it is about who you prefer to watch batting, I prefer to watch him than Brian Lara bat.
Right.
But me know Brian better than him.
But you couldn't company here say I go determine who better. And I know where you could have said Zenny
No,
Zenny
because
Fowler.
one argument has been made that whoever you prefer to watch bat should be an indication of who you think is better at batting. Well, me tell people I prefer to watch Zenny Fowler bat than Brian Lara bat. You can't tell me say a lie, me I tell. Not only was he a proper batsman, play youth cricket for Jamaica, and should have played more senior games. Sometimes I think me make him not play more senior games.
But while we at it, Mr. Higgins, why you think why would you say that? You have something to do with him not reach further.
Because during the time when he was a youth and knocked on the door of senior selection, I was also a broadcaster. And some members of the board and I didn't always get on eye to eye. So I was
So you think they would sabotage your brother just for that?
Yes, me think so. Me think so that at some point in the game, they wouldn't give him the game because his brother was a broadcaster who more time had views that were different from the views of the powers that be. That's how I genuinely think.
So you think so we all right. Me just say something the other day that I mean I agree with you too, You say the coaches should pick them team. Do you think that if your brother was around in a this time when a coach I go pick the team and you being a broadcaster, do you think the same people them would have, because remember that at that time it was selectors,
Yeah, but that depends on how the coach see the youth, yeah.
No. I'm talking about within the same context of where you attack. I'm saying at that time it was picking the team. So I'm saying that if the power was with the coach now, back then, if you wouldn't easy for his knees, then tired of figures, even within you being that broadcast.
I don't know. It depends on who is the coach and how him feel and how him move.
How he listen to you on the program.
And how him listen to me and sometimes and why I'm here back. Cause sometimes let me tell you something, Sometimes them sportsmen hear about some things where you said. Them not really hear it themselves, But how it is reported back to them, You get me?
Yeah,
and then them use it and hold it against you forever, amen,
Right, and that is and it is the same thing with even with life too, Mr. Higgins, because Mount Salem might say something on the radio, and people here say, "Oh, Mount Salem said something," and then somebody else go tell somebody else say, "Oh, him said it," without understand the context of why I'm talking about.
Yeah, man.
And go run with it. I end up bringing it. That's why I'm not even to like hearsay and this and that. I like the hear things. I'm hearsay something to 40th yesterday. I have to commend you. If you go company radio and say the man attack foolishness, talk the foolishness so that when the man come on back, he can reply back to the foolishness what you're saying.
Yeah, man.
So, company radio and say, "Oh,
you know much bad name. You know much bad name. Me get brother. People hear me once my name mentioned. People not check if nothing go say. Them just run with it, brother. More time me have to laugh. I say me. Sometimes when me hear about me, I wonder if I'm me. Me wonder, but it's part of the territory, you know.
It is what it is. And I say a public figure still. But go on.
Yeah, man.
All right, so we can leave it there and give somebody else a chance. Friday evening.
Yeah, man.
All right.
Hey, as time passing up, people, since we are talking about my brother, there was one particular incident that happened in a trial again. What me think work against the youth as well. Me not really talk about my brother a lot on a program, man. But any who used to sit Zidane foul about cricket bar, knows that youth that should have played for Jamaica far more than he did. The first 100 ever scored for Jamaica in regional under 15 cricket that him scored it. He make it in a 2001. Now a regional under 15 cricketer play from 1996. Marlon Samuels them play. Tamar Lambert them play. Whole heap of youth play. Them never make 100. First 100. Zenny Fowler make 100 at the under 15 level. So you know, say no normal talent. Played under 19 cricket was called to the West Indies youth squad and all that. West Indies youth trial. Same year when Pollard and them man never get it. But me think them sabotage the youth for sure. Him the Dubai now and thank God him I will made up above water. But there was an incident in our particular trial match that I think worked against the youth. Always stay. Where he had batted the Saturday evening, got out minutes before close-up play. No. He was fielding until close-up play, yeah. And then as I open bat, then ball out the other side and him come back. Late the Saturday evening. Get liquid early. I was there. LBW. Him convinced he must leave now. But that's the Sunday morning now. He is supposed to be sitting down in the pavilion. Can't remember him out from yesterday evening. The Sunday morning, one of the man on the field call him out for come field. So him say, why me need for come field? Me just out yesterday evening. And the man, them might tell him, say, I saw trial go. The junior player, them have to field for some of the senior players. I just saw it go. So some senior players, them will bat and then call one of the little junior man them to come field. And I didn't think he took it that way. I mean, know that worked against him as well. Anyway, that's another story. Jamaica look like they're making a fight to this game here against CCC. Jamaica get up this morning and managed to put a proper like a total on the board. And I can't remember the exact amount, but CCC required 150 to win in them second innings. Well, CCC in their second innings are 53 for 3, needing 150 to win. So it's a very tight contest, and you never know. This one could go down to the wire. But CCC, who led by whole heap of runs on first innings, were the Jamaicans came back, scored big in the second innings. I soon tell you the amount. And we have them 50 out for 3, chasing 150. John Campbell in the second innings made 100. And let me tell you something, people. Do not be surprised if the next West Indies captain named is John Campbell. The 100 there, this is his third 100 of the season. Rated around the region as a reasonable captain. The fact that him score some runs, you never know if he could come back as the captain for the West Indies against Australia. We want to hear from, now that it come down towards the playoffs, you know, on my point of the basketball is, correction, probably I got to drop in at some point, because there are some questions I need to ask correction. Remember that question when I asked early last season about whether him think Cleveland Cavaliers can win? Him did say no, but me understand him I said them can win now, and people have him as flip-flopping and all that kind of thing. So I hope him drop in at some point if he can feel some cards. 615-2841 or 6766968. What else happened overnight? The Reggae Boys were found the group that they were drawn in the Gold Cup. And we were drawn in a group that has Panama, Guadeloupe, and Guatemala, I think it is. Whole heap of football left to play this year. The Gold Cup will be in June, but so will we have 2 World Cup qualifiers before that. We play British Virgin Island, I think, on the 7th away, and Guatemala at home on the 10th of June. And then we also have a thing in the Unity Cup in America. We Trinidad and 2 African countries. We'll tell you some more about that, but we'll go back online. Hello.
Bless up.
Yeah, man, what's up?
Zidane there?
No. No.
Okay, I am alone.
Yeah, me I do.
Good thing. You know, so you can't have a discussion with today, Harvey.
All right, good.
But before me say it, maybe say something to Bull. Bull, you're coming like one of them sound man that will play a dub plate to kill said. Bull, the fact that Sadio Mane was on the team with Salah. When he was second in Ballon d'Or, it's even more ammunition for my argument, Bull. It shows you that Salah was not even the most dominant player on his own team. And it happened twice with Virgil van Dijk as well. So you're giving me more ammunition, Bull. And the next thing to Bull, you're not credible. Because the other day, you're running at the discussion with Messi versus Maradona. You were waxing and picking on Maradona and stuff. So how you know about Maradona, you know what Roberto Baggio. Roberto Baggio even plays a later state than Diego. Get your argument right. Enough for you still. Orville.
Yes. All right, tell you what you do. Me the right on the break. Me don't want you start wind up in your argument and then we have to cut. So we take the break now.
Yeah.
And then we come back up.
Yeah.
Saturday is one of the biggest days for sports, and Omega Sports has got you covered. Kick off your morning with the BBC Sports World for 3 hours of comprehensive roundup of various sports, including the English Premier League from 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Omega Radio, God and Sports. Sensible.
Mommy, can we buy some Easter bun, please? Make sure it's Whitfield Easter bun, because it tastes so good. You can eat it with butter, cheese. You can eat it with anything. You can even eat it by itself. Just buy it. Try it. You will love it. Whitfield is the best Easter bun. From it reach your shelf, say it done. Buy Whitfield Easter bun.
Get it in your supermarket and grocers island-wide. Visit us at 4 Western Park, Maypen, and 1 near Richmond Park Avenue, Kingston 10. Call us at 876-986-2256 or 210-3772.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number 1 daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right, so you know the number 615-2841 or 676-6968. We go back to God. Back with you, boss.
Yeah, Orville.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard the sentiments about the urban era cricket final, right?
Yeah, man.
And as you know, I happened to attend the final at the T20 rural era with Manchester and Sets.
Right.
And a lot of the same sentiments that you have, I had them as well. I thought I kept saying it to my friends. I was like, the quality of cricket, poor brother.
Yes.
And what I found very alarming, Orville, was the outfielding and the catching more than anything else. It was abysmal.
Mm-hmm.
One man I get a 4 or 5 chance in a one match. We can't have that at them standard. But my overall sentiment is this, Orville. It is okay to see the problem, but I think I see some solutions here. You Mr. Orville.
Mm-hmm.
I want to hear me out. The other day, I took note of the fact that Cricket West Indies said to the territories them, said they are going to sponsor some under-16 competitions. You remember when you had on the president and he was saying that? Good. But, you know, when I think about that, Orville, I feel like that is like sending an untrained soldier to war, Orville.
What do you mean?
Okay, I think a better way to develop youngsters in the region from the board and from the local boards would be this, Orville. Here's my idea. Instead of focusing on creating competition, I think it would be better to create specialized coaching and training for the youngsters at the under 16 level. Because when I watch that match, Orville, I can clearly see that if you get these guys to practice catching and outfielding, just coaching and catching and outfielding, that alone would improve the standard of cricket immensely. And those are things that you're going to get better on by just simply practicing and coaching.
I can give you one immediate reaction to that. You see, youth at them age there.
Go on.
If there is no competition, if you work with them and train them, and there is not an outlet in a competition, they're going to play against somebody. It's a big demotivation.
Fine. But
they want to play against somebody. They want a competition. Merely just training every day, and they know that it's not going to be enough for them.
No, man. But listen what I say, Orville. I'm not saying they're going to train every day. Remember, these youngsters already are participating in competitions. When I walked around the match and I investigated about them, a lot of them are playing Headley Cup. They're also playing parish cricket. They're also playing parish cricket.
No, the under 16 competition where JCA get is for girls, then you know. Yeah, they get some money for an under 16 female program and an under 23 male program.
Right. But so, what I think is, so I think their focus is totally wrong, Orville. What I think we need to do, Orville, is get these males at the under 16 level. So, for example, the West Indies Cricket Board said to the JCA, all right, here what? You see in the three main regions where you have West, Central, and East, we're going to implement one set of nets. We're going to implement one set of nets in the West, one in the East, and one in the Central. That's not very expensive. When you do that, you get some specialized coaching clinics. And part of the problem I see is this, Orville. We have done well in track and field over the last 50 years. Part of the reason is GC Foster, the fact that we are able to produce so many track coaches and spread them across the high schools and in the local communities. It has really reaped a lot of rewards. I think both what we need to do here in the Caribbean now, even from a local level in Jamaica, is our leaders need to try to look at expanding GC Foster and producing some better cricket coaches, because gone are the days where man never have specialized cricket coaches. In the teams traveling now, they have a entourage of coaches. You know me I gotta say to that. The reason why GC Foster College is the coaches are getting results is different from what you would think. The coaches, you know why GC Foster and the students there are not producing any high jump champion for Jamaica, or any pole vault champion. But we did well in the field events to see our best ever showing. So yeah, man, because field events are something that we're relatively passionate about. But with all of the GC Foster coaching and thing, we're not going to produce any medalists in the 5,000 meters, for example. I expected you to bring that point. So let me answer this, Orville. Do you agree with me? It starts with interest. Do you agree with me that the youngsters that participated in the Great Shield final and the ones I saw in the T20 final, they are passionate about cricket? To an extent, yeah. But good. But here's what I say now. Here's what I want now. No, but I want the administration to raise them passion to the level. No, man. Here's what I say. Provide better assistance to the kids that already have the passion. So we're not happy. Here's what I say. When I was a little boy, I used to love draft. I still play draft at fairly decent level. But me did passionate about draft. But you say if nobody else in my community never passionate about draft, no, that'd be an ordinary draft player. Yeah, fine. You need competition when you are you. Right, but are you disputing that the kids that are playing you cricket are passionate about cricket? You know, I get the point to me I'm making. If you grew up in a one community, even if we don't have as many people passionate about cricket, if we target the ones that are playing the game, it will improve them a little bit. No, a little bit, Orville. Listen, Orville, I saw simple techniques. The way you approach the ball, the way you feel the ball on the boundary, the way you set your hands when you're catching the ball. I saw batting techniques like the way how you go across and forward, the way how you go back and across. Yeah. Them little simple technique that we can teach the youth them to be better, man. And what is frightening about it? What is frightening about it is that at Headley Cup level, you know, the next step is senior cricket. So if these guys at Headley Cup level cannot and Grey Shield level cannot catch the ball, cannot feel the ball properly, then Orville, how is the national product gonna improve? And then by extension, West Indies can improve. So my final 30 seconds is this, Orville. Yeah. I say to the West Indies Cricket Board, I say to the local territories, instead of worry about sending out untrained soldiers to war, I'm not saying we must scrap our competition, but train them better, my friend. Yeah, man. Well, no, it can't hurt, you know. It cannot hurt for the West Indies or Jamaica put a program in place
for do some specialized trading to the few youth where you say have talent. It can't hurt.
Yeah,
But
we
me I
have to
tell
do
you
that,
said
man. We have
that
to target them and bring them, man.
that won't take us nowhere to the top. And that me I try
You see me how we can target wrongdoers and take them out of society. Let's target the good doers and enable them to become better citizens. How is that?
Yeah, man. It won't hurt. Put it away there.
All right, sir. Big up yourself.
All right, so Gavi. That was Gavi.
Yeah, man.
All right, so Jamaica get our next wicket now, you know. So it's 67 for 4 now. I remember them chasing 150. So Jamaica could come in almost like you say, what the term? Snatching victory from the jaws of defeat. Because Jamaica were whole heap of runs behind in their first innings. Make 342 in their second innings with John getting 100. And now CCC 60 for 4 in the second innings chasing 150 to win. It could be an interesting finish. So they require 82 as we speak. All right, so 615-2841 or 6766968. Those are the numbers that you can call and make your contribution to Wagwan. If there's any other area that you feel you want to talk about different from what we talk about already, then you can call under that. But we are watching while we do that, we're watching the Jamaica game on the screen and seeing Wagwan. All right. So we get the number again, 615-2841. On basketball, I saw something on my TV last night where Luka Doncic returned to Dallas for the first time. I was bad. And me say, what's his name? Skip Bayless a burn out the man for ball. Why would he be crying going back to his original team if that doesn't indicate if that indicates that he doesn't want to be a Laker? I said, John Star. Then you know can still emotional about going back to Dallas and still want to be a Laker. So sometime, you know, these people will make comments that are not necessarily the kind of comments where you think people with a certain amount of intelligence can make. And you wonder. You definitely have to wonder at times. So me never agree. He was very emotional about going back to Dallas. One of the arguments was that he had just bought himself a house before he was transferred to LA. And he may have felt betrayed as well. So yes, the dude can show some emotion when him go back home. Even if him happy to leave, because betrayal is a serious thing. Sometimes you think people have your back and then they really don't. And that could have hurt. Really hurt. So I didn't have no difficulties with that whatsoever. People still asking me what I mean when I tell them that I don't think we are as serious about football as we are about sprinting. And I was trying to make the point to who was it? Boxful. That Jamaicans see football like it's a pastime. Going to the average Sunday morning football. It's a general kick around. All I would do it, you know. I don't know too many Jamaican boys that don't play scrimmage. But we're not very, very serious about scrimmage ball. And scrimmage ball is the foundation from which most ball come. Average Sunday morning ball, we're very casual. We want salad and pile and laugh. That's how we say football. Look at the youth, them training in track and field. And then you answer me, what we serious about? It's not a fluke that Jamaica doing well in a football relative to how we do in sprinting. Because by and large, we're not as serious about it as anything. And you can pressure me all you like. But that's the truth. We go back online though. Hello.
Hello.
Turn down the radio. Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Blessed Orville.
Yes.
Buckle.
I want him Buckle again.
Carrie father, man.
Oh, Carrie father. Yes. Carrie Campbell, the piece.
Yes, man.
Yeah.
What's going on? You look like the farmer. You look like the farmer favorite for the the English Premier League lose them way all the way. No, nobody can say nothing else about that, eh?
You mean, I'm not sure what you said.
The farmer favorite for the EPL, man.
Who's the farmer
Man
favorite?
City. They are the farmer favorite, right?
Who, Man City?
They are not the favorite anymore.
Oh, they started off as favorite, but
yes,
early on in the
farmer
piece,
favorite.
those of us who understand football know that this year they would struggle.
Well, Arsenal going on like they're just finding the farm, man.
Yeah, but me think Liverpool still will win. Them have what, 11-point cushion?
Yeah, definitely. But you know that I'm a Manchester United fan, and that's one team I didn't want to see win the EPL was Liverpool.
Yeah.
But there's no stopping them now.
Yeah, man, it go hard. It go hard.
Yeah, definitely. And there's I hear they're talking about great footballers of the past. But you know, there's one footballer I don't hear nobody give no ratings. I think he's one of the most underrated footballer there was in the EPL, you know. And that's Three Lungs Park, you know.
Three Lungs Park?
Yeah, man. Jason Park, man. His nickname was Three Lungs Park, man.
Oh, the brethren from, where he come from? Vietnam.
United from, yes.
Vietnamese, one Chinese looking baller.
Yes. I think he's one of the most underrated footballers there. Because when people talking about good footballers, especially midfielders, I don't hear nobody mention his name. And he's a really excellent footballer because that fellow there, trust me, when Jason Park is on the field, you know.
Yeah.
Him no give a rest. You see the man Mark Messi, and them say Messi are the goat. To me, a Christian the goat, but that's for another time. But I see the man Mark Messi out of Champions League game. Where not even say Al Pelo, the man Mark Pelo out of a game where they said even when Pelo went to bed and sleeping, him seeing Jason Park beside him.
Hold the line. Mr. Bako, hold the line. We'll come here.
It is your right to know what you want. Information at your fingertips. It's for the man in the streets, for those in business. Information for everybody. No one has it, so you can use it to develop your community. Your right to know information.
A message from the Access to Information Unit.
Saturday is one of the biggest days for sports, and Omega Sports has got you covered. Kick off your morning with the BBC Sports World for 3 hours of comprehensive roundup of various sports, including the English Premier League, from 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Omega Radio, God and Sports. Sensible.
Mommy, can we buy some Easter bun, please? Make sure it's Whitfield Easter bun, because it tastes so good. You can eat it with butter, cheese. You can eat it with anything. You can even eat it by itself. Just buy it. Try it. You will love it. Whitfield is the best Easter bun. From it reach your shelf, say it done. Buy Whitfield Easter bun.
Get it in your supermarket and grocers island-wide. Visit us at 4 Western Park, Maypen, and 1 near Richmond Park Avenue, Kingston 10. Call us at 876-986-2256 or 210-3772.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and #1 daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right, welcome back. Yes, boss, we're back with you.
Yes, Orville.
Yeah.
You see, as you're talking about the passion in cricket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You were talking about Jason Park. He's a decent baller still, man. But I don't think he was top of the line like some of the Messis and the Ronaldos of this world.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't in the league as the Messi and Ronaldo. But for a player at his caliber, he was real good. He wasn't anyone to mess around with because he's a real hard tackler of the football. Him know to read the football game.
Yeah.
He's a brother where when all right. I think in a game, in the game with Palo, Alex Ferguson said to him, "Listen, you don't need to win the ball. You don't need to score. You don't need to do nothing. Then just stick from Palo." And it's like when a commander in an army is given a order, you know you can't go against that. The man sits from Palo like white and rice. I tell you, it's a very decent footballer.
Yeah, man, it was decent. That's South Korea I'm come from, not Vietnam. Yeah.
I don't hear people give him the ratings that he's supposed to get. Trust me.
All right, cool. You're probably right.
Passion argument with cricket.
Yeah.
Honestly, we in Jamaica we really lose the passion for the cricket because when I was a youngster playing cricket, trust me, we will be out in the sun on the street playing cricket.
Yes.
And we don't play because we have a bat and a ball. We play because we love it. We just want to see the next day. So, whereas in the summertime we're not going to school. We're just dying to see the next day to start the game all over again.
Yeah.
You know, and that's a passion that we lack in the West Indies for the game. Even the other day I was in St. Vincent watching the T20. And I knew right there and then that Powell would have lost the captaincy. Because what I saw, even when the team was warming up, they were really separated and the unit wasn't together. And the field of play, you can see that Ravman Paul was trying to rally the troops, but you have problem in the camp, boy, I tell you.
There was problems in the West Indies camp under Ravman?
Yes, man. I could even in not early, but down in the latter part.
by Jamaica Stock Exchange, JSC Online Trading.
So refreshing. What's so refreshing, Sonia? The water is refreshing. Try it now. Where you get that from? No clean manufacturing water. So refreshing. Me like it. Clean water. Located at 20 Syndham Commercial, Old Harbour, Spanish Town, St. Catherine. Telephone number 876-335-0448 or 876-648-7192 or email cleanconcept@gmail.com.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right, back with you now, Box.
Or Orville, this the call I run too long. But quickly.
Yeah.
You see, if a centre forward is offside when the initial ball was passed out wide, 2-3 yards offside, and that ball now from wide comes straight back in the middle, Oliver Giroud score a lot of headers that way. The centre will never get back.
What are we arguing?
Get back.
What are we arguing?
So hold on. So being in an offside position when the initial ball was passed, and the centre forward who is not interfering with play, he gained an advantage from being in an offside position. That's one. Let me give you a next quick and easier
But you
one.
have to tell me what we are arguing. Let me just hear your side examples. What's the point you're trying to make? Or which point you're trying to counter?
What you are saying is when an attacker is in an offside position, and based on your wording, the defender has to have a mental note of that attacker. Then that attacker ends up scoring a goal. The goal should be called back for offside. That's what you said.
I am saying that the fact that you are in an offside position, me as a centre half have to have you in my consciousness. Because even though me knows that you're offside, you're a yard offside. When that ball come over to you, the referee must blow the whistle.
And Orville, I was at pains to tell you that we cannot argue based on whether or not a referee is in.
No, man, we can.
We have to argue.
No, we can't.
That when somebody is in an offside position, and gains an advantage and being involved in the play or involved with the ball, then the referee.
Hold on. Why do we tell youngsters play the whistle every time? Don't assume that the referee will make a call in your favor. Why do we tell them that?
So what are we arguing then?
I am arguing. That's what I say we need to establish what is the platform from which we are arguing. I am saying, and I've been saying this a long time, so I don't want nobody to say me I take on about the argument. I am saying that this thing about whether I interfere with play or not it's a very tricky thing. Because the mere fact that me at the centre half and know that I see you in an offside position, whether you get the ball or get the ball not, me know me can't to leave you alone.
Okay. Again, I understand your position.
Because the ball that comes to you now.
Answer my question.
You me run back even though me know you're offside and the referee do me the card.
Yeah.
Good. That's how that's all me.
How does the referee know that the attacker is in the defender's consciousness? How does he judge that?
The fact that because you are there, me have to pay attention to you. Him can't know for sure.
How does the referee know that you know that the attacker is there?
Then you mean home? Then me not the defender right as one, you the attacker the right as one. That means me must be aware of you,
Okay, so do you agree that they're smarter defenders and dumber defenders, right?
Me not understand what that have to do with me said,
It has to do because you are trying to have the referee make a decision as to whether or not me see the attacker.
Right now, the rules is about interfering. I am saying that you can
adjudicate.
Let me say this,
it's not based on what you think that the player is doing. It's based on actions, not what you think somebody sees.
Can somebody affect your thinking as a defender without him try play the ball?
Yes, but there's no way for me as a referee to judge what is affecting your thinking. What me as a referee can judge is what people are doing on the field, not what they're thinking.
The rule says interfering. And me believe that you can be interfering with me as a defender, whether you try to play the ball or not. That means say you interfere with my
whether or not you're
interfere with
trying
my
to play the
consciousness.
ball.
So you are interfering how I'm thinking about the game. So the interference doesn't have to be physical.
How does the referee judge what you're thinking?
I don't know how am I gonna judge that, my boss. But me I tell you, say, because we know the defenders are conscious of you. This thing about you can only be offside if you are interfering with the play. We have to be, because you don't have to try play the ball.
How many Arsenal games have you seen this season?
I've watched enough football in my life, man. You have about one game, man. Me I watch
no,
football.
How many? Specifically, I'm asking about Arsenal because Arsenal this season, Orville.
Yeah.
Arsenal this season has been called set piece king, right? Because especially towards the front of the season, they were getting a high percentage of their goals from corners or set pieces, right? One of the ways Arsenal score with where they set up is if they have a free kick, say on the right hand side, right? They will have five attackers, for example, Orville, and they all start out in an offside position. And right before the ball is kicked, they try to get back in an onside position. Hold on.
But why are you telling me this though?
Hold on, I'm painting a picture. Those five attackers, invariably, they do not get back onside before that ball is kicked. No. And invariably, they score a goal from it. The defenders, they're in your world, they're in the defenders' mental view, right? So the ones that get back onside and score the goals, and there are two or three that don't, and they're not involved in the play, right? The goal stands. In your worldview, all those goals would have to be called back because there were two extra players who were in the defender's peripheral view or mental view that did not get back onside, and they had to account for them, and so therefore the goal cannot stand. You understand that, right?
Do you think you can interfere with a defender's mind with while you're not necessarily interfering play? You can determine how he moves and how he acts.
If I'm on the opposite side of the field to where the ball is and I'm 10 yards offside and the defender knows that I'm 10 yards offside, it is immaterial.
Then why are you saying 10 yards?
Except
why are you using 10
what do you mean?
And not 1 or 2?
Because if you're 1 yard offside or if you're 10 yards offside, you're still offside. There's no such thing as one bit offside or
no,
really
man.
offside. Offside is one thing. Either you're offside or you're not.
I am saying
you cannot be a little pregnant or
no man, don't throw cliches at me, man. Make a reason what the point of that. The fact that you're 10 yards offside means that me as a defender know that the likelihood that you will get away with that is almost nil. The referee will call. So me not have to worry about you. When you are a yard offside, I don't know whether the referee will call. So me have to pay attention to you. So
no, that is fine. Oh, Orville, that is fine as far as playing.
So me I say
no, hold on. That is fine as far as
why this
playing the game is concerned.
They're not playing the game.
However, with the adjudication, with the officials, how does he say, well, okay, it was only one yard offside, so he had to interfere with the mental state of the defender, but if he was 5 yards offside,
I think interference must be broader than how it is interpreted now. That's in a nutshell.
I don't think there's anything wrong with the current rule. I think the current rule is applied correctly.
And let me say it again. I have been making this point for years, and I just know me I make it. Me no want a man say me a parrot.
No, I have nothing to do with your back and forth with another.
No, me just I make people know this. A long time me I say this. Interference with play. Me no, just the fact that you are there, you are interfering with how I may behave as a defender.
So if I'm in an offside position, right, and I'm standing stationary, you're telling me that I have no right to be on that patch of grass on the field?
No, all I'm saying is that the term interference has to be broadened to what I may be thinking as a defender.
And please, whenever you figure out how a referee can decide what somebody is thinking,
all right,
then you will be off the radio and making millions. Have a good one.
Big up yourself. But don't understand what I say to people. And as me say, a long time I said it. Most arguments on the year on the radio, me did come with them argument a long time. Me is a defender, and there's a striker a yard offside from me, a 2 foot offside, me can't leave him, you know. Even if me see me is a centre half and the man get by me left back, and me is a centre half now want run towards the left side. Me don't know if the referee go call them on the offside, you know, so it affects, you know, so me can't drift left, and me can't left that man. Now that man not fear do nothing. Me just can't make him get the ball. Is he interfering with the way I am thinking? Yeah. Anyway, back on line. Hello.
Yeah, hello. How you doing, man?
Me there about you.
I can't believe you're really you're really gone done that road. Got to.
No man, me I said this a long time.
The referee on the field, his job is about the ball, not the defender's mind.
All right.
Do you understand that? And the ball referee business with.
The referee, as it is now, you know, but you must make the call offside. I'm saying the rules of interfering.
No. What I'm saying to you, the referee job primarily is about the ball movement.
No man, I agree.
That is why when I throw, it made them say where the ball must go.
Badger, we're debating one word now. Interfering.
Right. So
I am saying a man can interfere with my mind whether or not him step to me.
Referring to busy with your mind.
And I am saying that the rule should. Listen to me, I say, Badger. No. Me I walk up home and a man stand up on a corner. Him not say nothing to me, you know. Me I go home and him just lean up on a wall. Against my
No. Let me give a one.
He might interfere with me.
Let me give a one.
Me I go walk why?
Well, I know a known car thief. Let me give a one. Me as a known car thief, right? And you park your car outside, right? Now you want to know. You park your car outside. You know, remember if the window wind down, right? 11 o'clock at night. You know, two member if the window wind down. But me a known car thief coming down the road, right? You spot me, I come on the road, you know, and you run out with your firearm, slide and drop, and your firearm go off and shoot.
Hear the man.
So the yeah. So the police charge me for
No.
Because you think that me have a gun in your car.
No.
So the police charge me for something. They're not the same thing, have you?
No, it's not the same. I as a defender, and you close to me. The fact that you're close to me, me can't move from my position.
Well, I'm a young man. You see me, I come on the road, you know. You know, see me, a known car thief. You know,
I don't want to talk about no car, nothing, man. Me I talk about football.
No, me I call myself the car.
Me don't want no car example, brother.
Yes, brother.
Badger, as a defender, does it matter to you where the forward is?
And I'm telling, brother, listen again. Listen again enough, brother. As a defender, your job, right, is to defend your goal. And the one thing can score, and that is the ball. You understand? No matter where the man there, and the ball alone can score.
Badger, with the word interfering, no, I'm not about the ball, I'm talking about a word. Get it in your head. I am debating a word. The word interfering me I talk about. Can you interfere with a defender or interfere with play without attempting to play the ball? So you tell me about ball. I am discussing a word. INTERFERING. Make we talk about that word there. You tell me about ball and carry.
Every rule is look up around the foot.
So make we discussing the word interference. That word there. You say if you're not discussing interference, I want different argument we got. Make we come back after that.
Yeah, go on.
All right, we're coming back.
Yeah.
We may be all over the world, but we're still in this together. Feel, make it easy for you get your money. So if you have to get a thing from your brother or mommy, hey, it's not Insta, it's a MoneyGram. Zoom, check your phone, your money land. VNBS money transfer. Safer, faster, easier. Sign up for VNBS direct to bank account transfer today. No matter step out, fi join the line. Straight in your account, money reach long time. VNBS money transfer.
Mommy, can we buy some Easter bun, please? Make sure it's Whitfield Easter Bun, because it tastes so good. You can eat it with butter, cheese. You can eat it with anything. You can even eat it by itself. Just buy it. Try it. You will love it. Whitfield is the best Easter Bun. From it reach your shelf, say it done. Buy Whitfield Easter Bun.
Get it in your supermarket and grocers island-wide. Visit us at 4 Western Park, Maypen, and 1 near Richmond Park Avenue, Kingston 10. Call us at 876-986-2256 or 210-3772.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right, so we're discussing the word interference now, but what am I saying about interference? So that more you tell. That word.
You are, yeah. You
and
are
that word,
saying
if you go counter that word.
Yeah, and I'm quoting that word to say to you, the referee job is to make sure that the football, listen to me now, brother, is to make sure the football get into the people and goal without any foul or anything. It's going to fair and square.
All right, so make we talk some cricket. Can you not discuss something I discuss clearly?
Yes, I am going there because you are telling the referee that they must change their job qualification.
No, but I know you're not talking about the word, brother, so make we talk something. Who you think should captain the West Indies? Should captain the West Indies?
All right. So listen to this now, right?
I am discussing a word where you will not discuss.
I am going to the word right now.
This week?
So you are asking, yes. So you're asking the referee now, right, to change their thing and go to a word not to say, did the defender interfere in this player? That's what you're asking, brother. That's what you're asking.
I am saying, can a defender interfere with what I am going to do, although him not attempt to play the ball?
Yes, he can.
That matter. So interference can. All I'm saying is that interference.
Is not the job of the referee.
I agree with you. It's the job of the rule makers.
No. Jesus, Father God. Sir. The job of the referee.
Change the word. Change the word interfering with play. Because you are interfering with how I play. Once me see you in an offside position. Word we are discussing now.
Listen. I'm watching a game, right? Liverpool, and Darwin Nunes was about a mile offside, chasing a ball, and everybody said if Darwin Nunes catches ball, he will be offside. You know what Darwin did? He chased on the ball halfway and stopped. You understand? If you didn't do that, he made every defender on the opposing side stop playing because they are saying if he touch a ball, he's going to offside. You know what somebody from Liverpool should do? Who's onside, run on and get that ball. And the referee would not blow. And Darwin Nunes interfere with the minds of the opposing side to say, me not have to run on the ball because Darwin Nunes is offside. You understand? That's what you understand? Anyway, earlier on I heard you talking to Garvey, right? Yeah. And I was shocked to myself because I'm saying is Orville taking up a style that is not his to argue against himself. And Garvey said to you that we must get some coaches to teach persons who are who have the passion for cricket at this age and teach us some fundamentals. You know what you said to Garvey?
What?
Garvey, it would not work because these people need competition.
No, man, it wouldn't. No, that's not what I said. I said it can't hurt.
You said that, no. You said that first. They said, Garvey, these people need competition.
help for us to become a world-beating team again. It's not this isolated passion you want from a few youth.
No. Listen to what I said a while ago. You tell Garvey that these people...
me tell him say it can't hurt. Then if you coach a little boy, if you get 5 little youth and coach them, then you must help them, Badger. Clearly it can't hurt if you get some little youth and coach them.
About these
I am saying to get us back to where we were. Some isolated pockets of passion can help.
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the part where you say these people need competition, Garvey.
Yes.
If they play by themselves, okay, all right. Yeah. You listen, brother. You say if they play by themselves, Garvey, it's not going. But they need competition.
Yeah.
Right? Is it competition administration?
No.
Who's going to fund the competition?
Administrators agree with competition when listen to the point I'm making.
What do you call the people them who put on the competition? Isn't the administration?
Let me
and coaching also.
Why is there no cricket?
I don't know. I'm just answering the question I asked you.
You know why there's no listen, man. You know why there's no cricket? You know why there's no. Why is there no primary school All Ireland cricket competition at Jamaica?
You said to us that when Viv and those people were growing up, you understand, all they did was play against other persons in their area who was passionate about the thing. And now me hear you telling Garbage say we need competition. And that's what I talk about, brother.
Then we do.
Oh, Papa Jesus.
But it is passion that leads to competition. Yeah, man, but with the argument, man. Badger, you know why there's no primary competition in Jamaica?
Mr. You win. Me don't know nothing. You win, brother.
You're clear. You don't know nothing. I'm going to leave it.
No, yeah.
All right. I'm going to tell the first song. The point I make the Badger, which him give me winning. So I should even add this. It is not administrators don't create competition, you know. It is passion that creates competition, you know. Administration just organize what is already there. Why you think that there was an all-island primary school competition in the 90s and there is no all-island primary competition now? Do you know the reason? Not enough local primary school would have play cricket anymore. Argument that so organizers can't see it anymore. We used to have a cricket competition in our most parishes. So Westmoreland had its own inter-parish competition. Manchester had its own inter-parish competition. I know because I played in both. Now that no longer exists. You think it's because of organizers? If everybody wants to do, you know the reason why there's a Costa Cup competition in Jamaica and probably not a table tennis. Why do you think that there's a Costa Cup football competition amongst high schools while there may not be a table tennis competition amongst high schools? Why you think? Is organizers that? No. That's interest and passion. So take out any administration down at Issa you like and put in any administration you like. There will be a Costa Cup and a Manning Cup and a champs every year. It will take special administration to ruin that, and they can't. It's passion create competition, buddy. So in the region, we're going to have cricket competition because we still fairly passionate about cricket. We don't have a regional hockey competition. Well, they probably do. But you get the point I make. Anyway, the first selection brought to you by Edge Campaigns for people who dream in color. This one is Never This the Man by Sanchez.
Some that you may not like. You could be living this minute, the next minute you're gone away. Hold up your heads, my brothers. Be conscious, my sisters. And by your works you shall surely be paid. Never gentleness the man with the anger. The one who's got the tiger. The one who sits high and he looks down low. And if you ever miss the man with the anger, the one who's got the tiger, then you'll be someone that he don't know. Say a prayer and chant a psalm. Prayer a day keep the evil calm. You don't have to go to church or be a Christian to call on your name. Hey. Shout out the name Jehovah in the valley. Shout out the name Jehovah on the hill. Shout out the name Jehovah on the plain. Or even if it rains, call on the name. Call on your name the same. Call on the name. Yeah. So never try to diss the man with the anger. The one who's got the title. The one who sits high and he looks down low. And if you ever diss the man with the anger, the one who's got the tiger, then you'll be someone that he don't know. Hey, listen up, I know time is enough. Time is short and life is precious. Hey, listen up, I know time is enough. Life is short, but time is precious. You've got to have the heart of a lion. With your drive to reach Mount Zion, you can never be afraid. Just call on His name. Life is no game. Life is no game. Hey, Never try to diss the man with the anger, the one who's got the tiger, the one who sits high and he looks all low. And if you ever miss the man with the anger, the one who's got the tiger, then you'll be someone that you don't know. Hey, there are lots of signs in life, some that you may not like. You could be living this minute, the next minute you're gone away. Hey, hold up your head, my brother. Peace and trust, my sister. And by your works you shall surely be paid. Hey, hey. Never try to diss the man with the anger, the one who's got the tiger, the one who sits high and he looks down low. Yeah. And if you remember this, the man with the anger, the one who's got the tiger, then you'll be someone that he don't know. Yeah. Never thought that is the man with the anger, the one who's got the tiger.
All right, then that was Never This the Man with the handle. Jamaica has now picked up another wicket. It's now 97 for 5. Remember, the money actually is 150, so could still go either way. Could you never know? Could I end up in our title? We go back online. Hello. No, we take the break. And then we'll come back.
The JSC Group, Jamaica Stock Exchange, Jamaica Central Securities Depository Limited, and JCSD Trustee Services, providing a fair, efficient, and transparent stock market for over 45 years. The time by the Jamaica Stock Exchange Group is 2:15.
Rev up your excitement with Fidelity Motors. We are bringing you unbeatable specials on brand new Nissan vehicles. Relax with the 2024 Nissan X-Trail e-Power. Enjoy a 2-month payment holiday. 5 years free service, free insurance, 3 years warranty, and 3 years roadside assistance. And that's not all. Keep your tank full in the 2024 Nissan Qashqai with 1 year free fuel, 2 years free service, free insurance, and much more. Don't miss out on these incredible deals. Visit us at 5 to 18 Hanover Street or call us at 948-5409 for all the details. This is Nissan, where innovation excites. Conditions apply.
Super Center, everything for your home and more.
Whether you are redecorating your home, looking for a gift idea, or simply feel for some retail therapy, Asden Super Center is the place to be. Regal Plaza, Kingston, and Linston. We have it all, from linens and curtains to appliances and cookware, furniture, rugs, and wall decor. It's everything for your home and more.
Asden Super Center, we're gonna make you smile. Asden Super Center, it's a lifestyle.
It's a lifestyle.
Mommy, can we buy some Easter bun, please? Make sure it's Whitfield Easter bun, because it tastes so good. You can eat it with butter, cheese. You can eat it with anything. You can even eat it by itself. Just buy it. Try it. You will love it. Whitfield is the best Easter bun. From it reach your shelf, say it done. Buy Whitfield Easter bun.
Get it in your supermarket and grocers island-wide. Visit us at 4 Western Park, Maypen, and 1 near Richmond Park Avenue, Kingston 10. Call us at 876-986-2256 or 210-3772.
Saturday is one of the biggest days for sports, and Omega Sports has got you covered. Kick off your morning with the BBC Sports World for 3 hours of comprehensive roundup of various sports, including the English Premier League, from 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Omega Radio, God and Sports. Sensible.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right, so we're back and we go back online. Hello.
Hey, Orville, what's up? Dangerous and fine.
How are you doing, Mr. Shatusa?
I'm cool, feeling good after John Campbell converted that 33 not out into a century. Feeling really good.
Yeah.
Good knock, not true, Orville.
Yeah, man. I watched the knock. Sometimes I think him a little bit too casual though, but you can't fault the knock.
Yeah, and the knock has to bring attention, greater focus on John. I mean, I've been asking him to produce a performance in a very tight situation, in a situation where, you know, you wanted to see him dig in and show something in a particular game. And I thought he did that. He basically took the score in Orville from 206 for 5 all the way up to 238.
Yeah, man.
When he got out, I think Jamaica was eventually dismissed for 342.
Yeah.
And basically has given us a chance. I don't know whether or not we'll win the game or not.
Yeah.
But it's a sort of knock that you want to see from a player who is saying, I'm ready to go back and play for the West Indies. And with everybody else finishing off their games, John has what? He has what? An average of 47 after scoring 517 runs, 3 centuries, 2 half centuries. You know, I think Sam's supposed to walk back in that West Indies team.
I think he has now made himself the front line now to open with Craig. How are the other?
I never asked if I'm the front line. I mean, I asked if I'm not supposed to walk
No, I don't know about
back
what.
into the team.
I don't know.
So who going to stop it?
Who
going to stop it?
No, then he will mess up. Yeah? What are the other openers doing? Like, we know that to find out.
Craig ended with an average of 44. But guess what?
No, man. Craig got to play, man.
Yeah, and you know, some have questions over Craig.
Who would be your other opener? What are the other openers doing?
I mean, let's continue with Louis and see exactly where we are. Because Craig really had an awful season. The only reason I'm just going to allow Craig to go through is test match experience. Just that. But Craig's form has been questionable for a while now. He had what I thought was a very poor season. He scored a double century against, I think, combined campuses. And if you look over his other matches, never did anything. Never scored another half century, much less a century. Was just poor. I mean, by comparison, even Louis, I thought, had a better season than Craig.
How are the other openers doing in other regions?
When you say others, who else is there?
What have the openers been doing?
Who else is there? Horan from Trinidad, he had, I think, good inning. The guy Cooper, his other opener, I think he had a couple of good innings, but I don't think there's anybody else knocking the door apart from these three. I think there was a guy who played for combined campuses. What's his name? He's a new guy though. So people don't want to give him more time. I don't think there's anybody else who you'd say is test match ready. Mm-hmm. And I just think that it's down to these three. And I'm saying, and I'm
John Louis and Craig.
He's going to, I'm saying that he's going to walk back into the team.
No, if me have to choose between
my prediction.
If me have to choose between John and Louis right now, John may I work with. I think Craig's position is safe for at least the next 2 test matches. So I think it's Craig and somebody. And if it is John, I wouldn't be surprised. In fact, he probably would be my pick.
Yeah, and John also solves a particular problem that we have at the top of the innings.
Which is
neither Craig or Louis look as if they're capable of giving impetus to the innings when we think that we need it. You know, some of the times you need somebody to push back at the fast bowlers and push back at the bowlers.
Yeah, man.
You know? Yeah, you can't allow bowlers just to dictate things and you say, going to see off the pressure. There's a ball coming with your name on it.
Yeah.
And John has that ability to push back and counterattack. And Craig has said before that he enjoys batting with it.
Agree. And you never know John could be the answer to your captaincy issues as well.
Well, remember, I predicted that they're going to ask him to captain. That's what I predicted. Even though I think the best pick is Zidane Seals.
Yeah, I wouldn't go
best in Zidane.
I wouldn't go Seals. Me that probably prefer John. But let's see. Very interesting at the moment.
All right, cool. So that's a one thing for this. Orville, what kind of thing this mayor go on the station?
What?
Yesterday, and Zidane is off today, right?
Yes.
Okay, when is he coming back?
I'm not sure.
I don't understand what you mean by that. What happened? Zidane is sick?
I don't know.
You sure you want to be answering me like this? This sounds like how Craig Bradley did.
No, man, you asked me a question and I'm answering. I don't know if he's sick.
No, man,
He just said he wasn't coming to work today.
Me and you know, so is he ill?
I don't know, my boss. You know, get what me I said. He didn't.
How come okay. So
you're a worker, you're entitled to a day. Eh?
So he's not ill, but you don't know when
I never said, big man, you ask. That is one of the things women are like about you. You are telling me that I said the man is not ill. Ask me the question again.
I asked you, is he ill?
And I said, I don't know. And
right,
then
you're not sure if he's ill. You're not sure if he's
exactly.
ill. Because normally if somebody's ill, they'll call in and say, I'm not feeling well.
Good.
But you say you're not sure if he's ill.
No, I'm not.
And I'm asking you, when will he be back?
And
normally
I
you say
know.
soon. But you
man,
don't know.
No, man, no.
Okay. Them answers then sound like the sort of answer you're supposed to give.
Those
but
are
I leave that one side
those are the
just
truth.
a while ago, I lose $200 to somebody.
Those are the truthful answers, my boss. Maybe the man doesn't need a day for whatever. I've taken days in the past. Like it does. Like come the 28th of April, which is my birthday. I doubt I'll be at work. And I'm not sick.
Yeah. But if I ask Zidane, when will Orville be back?
And him saying no.
Take that break. He would not say, I don't know. He would say, pretty soon.
All right, pretty soon. What the difference between pretty soon and I don't?
No, man, no waste time on that.
All right,
stuff. Let's get back to our routine. So yesterday, and is it anything wrong? They accept some wrong.
Yeah.
I could have heard incorrect. But I'm almost sure I heard Zidane saying yesterday that coaching, he doesn't attribute that to administration, to the work of administration. Coaching. He doesn't really attribute that to the work of the administration.
You say if Zidane you want to address when him come.
No. That's all I'm here. You share that opinion, by the way?
No, but when you ask me what me say about.
No. Do you share that opinion?
I don't know that is what he said. So me why you
Yeah, that's what we said. But suppose it's that. Do you think coaching, do you disagree?
No. Just ask me the question.
Coaching is the work of administration?
Just ask me the question. Do I think coaching...
Do you agree that coaching is the work of administration?
Quite often it is.
Huh?
Quite often it is.
Okay, all right, cool. Now today I heard you talking with Baggio.
Yes.
And again, I could have come in on the call late because some of the time I move around. And it sounded like you were saying that you do not believe that organized competition is the work of administration.
No, I never
said. Did I hear it correctly?
Yes, you did, because I didn't say that.
All right, so tell me what you said.
Organized competition is the work of administration. Then administration have got organized competitions, my boss.
All right, so this thing where Baggio was trying to say, that you said that the players needed competition to develop them.
Yes. I said that. And that merely coaching them
afterwards, because
I said merely coaching some youth without giving them the outlet to perform in competition is not going to develop them the way you think.
It's like teaching youth and them now and coaching that will develop them like how they should be developed.
It helps.
It helps or is a key thing to developing them.
I don't think it's a key. I don't think it's the number one thing to develop. But it helps.
I understand you. I understand you. I understand. Because you say, Garvey come on and I say, what we need to do is that we need to invest heavily coaching these guys and showing them the proper technique. Yeah. And you counter with what I thought was a good point, that you need more than coaching. You need organized competition. Yeah. So you have already agreed that coaching is administration. And you're saying that organized competition is administration.
These helps.
And these are two things that you say will make a difference in improving players.
No, man, players can improve. Yeah, well, improve players, yeah, but it won't get us back to where we were. What will get us back to where we were?
What you say needs to happen now for these players to get back to where they are?
No,
for them to become passionate about the sport?
No, not for just these players. That's the point I'm making. In order for West Indies to have a chance of going back at the top in Test cricket, you don't need just isolated pockets of passion. You don't just need few little youth runners so we love it, and 2 runners so and 3 runners. We won't get to the top like that. Because them little youth, a little youth will grow up in a community. Let's call it the community A. And him love cricket. In order for him to develop to the point where he gets to be special, he's going to need other little youth around him who love cricket. Whether him to bowl to them and them bowl to him. So he develops the best by competing with other little boy who love it just like him. A little boy will love football, but nobody in our community no love football. It's going to struggle to develop. Because I'm going to play with little boy where either not good none at all, or if they have little ability, he won't develop. That's my point. So even if you get a little boy there,
you believe it's the love of the sport that makes you a better player?
It's the love of the sport that gives you desire to put in the hours to make you a better player.
We can disagree on that.
All right, yeah, we can.
You believe it's the love of the sport that makes you a better player?
You asked me the question.
So me and you, didn't we love cricket when we were growing up?
They're not, yeah, we put in the hours.
But we know, but you're a journalist and I do other sort of work.
No man,
so we're not cricketers.
No, but I'm saying, my boss, the ones that made it from that template.
You think Lara loved cricket more than you?
Me think him love it. It's difficult to say.
Do you think that
I don't
Lara
know.
loved playing cricket more than how you loved playing
cricket? There's no way me can. Huh? How am I going to know that, my boss? With barometer,
yeah. But because
him love it, me love it.
No, wait. If you said the love of the sport is the determining factor, Lara is arguably the greatest cricketer who ever held a cricket bat, and you never even played for Jamaica. Then if me ask if Lara loves cricket more than you, the answer should be a resounding yes, if you believe in what you're saying. No. But you don't believe in the stuff that you say.
I don't believe.
We'll pick it up another time because I want to talk about ways of time, but it's becoming dangerous in 10 minutes. I don't want that.
You know what? All right, cool, Baba.
Monderat. All right, cool.
All right.
Mommy, can we buy some Easter bun, please? Make sure it's Whitfield Easter bun, because it tastes so good. You can eat it with butter, cheese. You can eat it with anything. You can even eat it by itself. Just buy it. Try it. You will love it. Whitfield is the best Easter bun. From it reach your shelf, say it done. Buy Whitfield Easter bun.
Get it in your supermarket and grocers island-wide. Visit us at 4 Western Park, Maypen, and 1 near Richmond Park Avenue, Kingston 10.
Call us at 876-986-2256 or 210-3772.
It's now time for Sports in a Minute, sponsored by Edgechem, Western Sports, Megamart, Spectrum Insurance Brokers, Dangel Auto Spears and Accessories Limited, and Fosrich. An official proposal to expand the men's 2030 World Cup to 64 teams has been put forward by South American governing body, CONMEBOL. The tournament will be hosted by Spain, Morocco, and Portugal after the opening matches are held in Argentina, Paraguay, and Uruguay. The 2026 World Cup will be the first with 48 teams, but CONMEBOL wants to expand further for 2030 to mark the competition's 100th year anniversary. That is Sports in a Minute. Sports in a Minute was sponsored by Edgechem, changing lives 1 gallon at a time. Western Sports, the sports people. Megamart, best value by far. Spectrum Insurance Brokers, setting the industry standard. Dangel Auto Spears and Accessories Limited at 20 Balmoral Avenue, Kingston 10, and shop number 10, 1A Chapelton Road. Call 876-929-9146. And Fosrich.
Listen up, Jamaica. At Fosrich, everybody's getting a solar water heater. $20,000 deposit. 6 months to pay. What a deal. Fosrich Financing.
You're listening to Omega Radio. Broadcasting live. Omega Radio. Omega Radio. Omega.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and #1 daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right, back online. How we stay now? Hello? Oh, some text. Oh, all right. Give me the song. It's only two me see, you know. People in text line, you can send in your text now. 8280925. We all.
Excuse me, boss. You have a text message.
It's now time for text messages on the sports desk.
We all know that Mount Salem doesn't have special line to KLS. He held the line from the day before. This is Trevor from Kingston. Trevor, that's very funny. Good afternoon, Mr. Higgins. Box food very complicated and he's on too long. This is toughest from Portmore. So that was from when box food was on. All right, those are the two texts I say. You can send in some more. 8280925. And you can call in now at 615-2841 or 676-6968. How is staying on, Cat? We go back online. Hello.
Hello?
Yes.
Well.
Yeah, where you say most improved?
Most improved?
Yeah, man.
Why you allow that man to ramble so long, man, with that?
Which one?
Ramble pine there.
Which one?
Racing. The biggest ramble for this long time ever here.
Which one? About the wet field?
Yes. The two teams are playing on the same condition, man.
No, it's not a bramble.
No, man, a bramble that, man. It's like Wellington Town now, say easier to keep to pace than speed.
Yeah, that was bramble.
Two of them equivalent, man.
No, man, it's harder to keep to spin. Much harder to keep to spin than pace.
Well, it's two of them, bramble. Anyway, you take it. Anyway, you see, I take time and endorse my position, man.
Which one?
How much people didn't see so before me say that?
So what exactly?
Well, John Campbell.
I don't remember, but there are people who feel like that. I don't remember.
I can't recall anybody did call you and tell you that before me tell you.
Are you the first one to say so?
I mean, I ask you how much people did say that.
I don't remember, my boss. I wouldn't say I don't remember. I genuinely don't remember. Yes, sir. I don't remember. I don't remember if you first did say.
So how much God I know? You don't remember that?
How much of what gone?
Endorse my position since.
I don't remember. I know about box food. Is there anybody else? Don't.
No, about the man who just come off. Dangerous in 5.
They know him named Chateau.
Box food?
Oh, Lord. Not box food. Chateau, me mean.
Okay, I mean, yeah. So like y'all is it. How's it on?
I don't know. He's not at work today.
Okay. All right, Tommy. Let's have it today. When the men ask me position, you make me know.
Say, are you first put it out?
Yeah, man. Me first did put it out. Long before the
it may very well
season start.
It may very well happen. You know? You never know. My little sources that tell me say he's being considered for true.
Okay.
And
so the award-winning journalist.
Yeah.
I endorse it. So
no. I did. No. Me never said me I endorse it.
Yeah, but look while based on what you said to Chateau, it sound like I endorse it.
No, I'm saying it is being considered.
Yeah.
And it is he's not a bad candidate for the position. Put it like that.
Okay.
All right.
What I can say though, because if Brathwaite going to be at the other end, we think him is a sure pick.
Because Brathwaite, what do you mean?
Oh, you not pick it up. Brathwaite going to work with him.
No, but Brathwaite don't have the say for determining.
We know that.
Brathwaite, if Brathwaite was captain.
I have the say again, but if them are going to use him, them rather use.
No, man. Oh, you mean them only want 2 man with bat like
Stodgy.
Like yes, Stodgy and defense. Oh, that you mean?
Okay.
Yeah, that might make some sense as
well. All right, keep it real.
Me tell you, say you're improving.
No, but I might feel this, man. Anything you want to question me on it?
No. May I say for the last, I don't know, maybe 6 months, you hardly make a bramble call, and you was a man who was bramble every time you call.
Well, relative, is your opinion that you can't beat you?
Yeah, and it's also my opinion that you are a more improved guy.
All right, Orville. Big up yourself. I hope to see Zidane hear Zidane soon again.
Yes, man.
All right.
All right, we go back online. All right, 615-2841. Put it back on the thing for me, Ken. I put Siwago. 615-2841 or 676-6968. The lines are available. Again. Let me go to that interfering point I want me to talk about. And again, may have to stress. This was my argument a long time. Nothing where that I didn't generate. According to the laws of football, a player in an offside position becomes actively involved in the game under the Samoa. Yeah, interfering with play is playing or touching a ball passed or touched by a teammate, or interfering with an opponent by preventing an opponent from playing or being able to play the ball, by clearly obstructing the opponent's line of vision or challenging an opponent for the ball. Now, these are the football rules, is what interfering is. All me says that interfering has to be broader than that. Because if you prevent me from move around Panafi, because you would have something, then you are interfering. You might not be interfering with play, quote unquote, but you're interfering with what I do, which is indeed play. Somebody, it can't that hard to understand. All right, hello, we go back on line.
Yeah, man, Orville.
Who this?
Yeah, man, a preacher, man.
Oh, preacher, how are you? You sound a little more bassier than normal.
yeah, kind of wanted to think I go on with the truth, yeah, but
yeah,
I manage it. Orville.
Yeah, man.
This is one of your worst takes, my boss.
Which one? The interfering?
Yes, man. Listen.
Yeah.
Orville, the rules as exist, you just read it.
Yeah.
It speaks to two specific areas that referees use to judge interference.
Right.
Interfering with the play, meaning you touch a ball that has been passed to you by a teammate or passed by a teammate while you're in an offside position.
Right.
Or you interfere with a player, meaning you prevent that player or you obstruct the player who's your opponent from being able.
You know, to say a change from prevent that player to obstruct that player. But there's a reason why you do that. But go on.
Well, you prevent or obstruct. You can use either one.
No, man, obstruct and prevent are two different things.
All right, watch me now.
I can prevent you from doing something without obstructing.
All right.
Yeah.
When you say that you, the defender, was prevented from playing the ball because you were...
No, that's not what I said. I never said I was prevented from playing any ball as a defender.
Or you were prevented from carrying out your role as a defender.
I was prevented because you are right here beside me.
Yeah.
It affects how I think about what my next move should be.
Beautiful.
Yeah. So you are in my conscience.
So when teams set offside traps,
yes,
and defenders step up and leave somebody in an offside position,
they are taking
what are they doing?
They are taking
what are they doing?
They are taking a risk.
No, they're not taking a risk.
No, man, they are taking a risk because the referee may or may not blow.
No, Orville, they're not taking a risk. As a person who has played the game, you know what we're doing? We're capitalizing on the rules and we're using the rules to our advantage as a backline, recognizing that you're in an offside position. We are pushing up because we know that once you are ahead of our last defender, you are offside.
How many times have you seen defenders trying to play a man offside and the whistle don't come and the man run
that
and
is
score?
Immaterial. What?
No, it can't be immaterial, my boss. That is
immaterial. You know why it is immaterial?
No, because that is exactly my argument.
Orville, there are times when a person tackles a player on the field, and you and I clearly see that it is a foul.
Yes.
And the referee did not call a foul.
Right.
The fact that the referee did not call a foul does not mean that what was evident to everybody and what was clear to everybody was that infringement should have been called.
No,
the
man,
fact that it was not called, the fact that it was not called does not mean that the rule is wrong.
No, man, we never said the rule wrong.
So what are you saying?
I'm saying that the scope of what we mean by interfering must be wider.
The scope cannot be wider because what you're doing is asking referees to now make a subjective assessment.
Yes.
In other words, go into the mind of a defender and determine whether in that defender's mind the presence of a person in an offside position prevented or influenced him or her from making a decision that would be beneficial to their team. That doesn't make no sense. The referee has to use the most objective way of determining whether or not a person is offside. 1, obstructing play. 2, obstructing player. These are things that are grounded in objectivity.
Don't call the word interfere. Can you interfere
grounded in subjectivity, my boss?
Can you
I will create more problems.
Yeah, can you interfere with what I do as a defender without you doing nothing? Just you being in another position, yeah?
No.
You remember
I'm not interfering. No, I'm not interfering in what you do.
All right, let me give you the example. So me is playing center. There's in a Jamaican football, them say, stay with the last man, stay with the last man. A man, I stay with the last man, who is me. I stay with the center, which is me.
Yeah.
My left back gets beaten. And I want to go across to cover for my left back who is beaten. But you, the forward, is right on top of the box. Now, the fact that you are there will determine to what extent me try cover for my left back who gets beaten.
Nonsense, Orville. The fact that you are, listen, Orville, the fact that you are there and in an offside position gives me all the reason to leave you in that position.
But in an offside position, according to me, I don't know if the linesman are going to flag big man.
Orville, you see when footballers are on a football field, they are playing within the context of the rules.
Lord have mercy, big man, but I don't know if the linesman are going to flag.
And I don't know,
So
many things when I'm on a football field. When you're on a football field, you don't know many things.
When I choose to leave you unattended, I'm taking a risk.
You don't know that the linesman is going to call offside. It should now be an interference because you decided to stay. That's a decision that you have to make on the field.
Then I may tell us because I have to make that decision whether I go or go not, whether the linesman are going to flag or flag not. I talk matches without VAR now, because VAR at the top. At some point, they will VAR it off and say it was a goal. But me, I thought D Cup and Manning Cup football, where there's no VAR. That me choosing to leave and go tackle you with my center half, my left back get beaten, and me at the center half now. You as the center forward, the 2 foot closer to my goal than me. Me know say you know an offside position, you know. But my left back get beaten now. Me now have to make a decision. Going to you as the left back will leave the center forward in prime position if me get beaten. Or me can jockey, as they call it in football, and half say me I go for the man and run past me. Now I believe the fact that all of this in my mind means that the man decide me to interfere without me think. Now whether or not you can call that interfering with
interferes with every player thinks in the normal course of the game.
No. I am saying to say that man is not interfering with play.
When I pick up
a ball,
and I look up and I see 3 defenders around me, they are interfering with how I think, my boss.
Yeah.
Every time, every play in football is impacting the way the player thinks who's on the ball.
Yes,
so the point you're making is really a non-point.
No, I'm saying not
the course of every game. Everything that is
not everything can lead to a direct goal like that, man. Me I say
so you're only concerned about things that lead to a direct.
No, man. They're not that far. They're defender to my boss. I am saying me as a defender, you would have right on top of my box. Remember, offside are usually offside no call close to the halfway line. 90% of the offside calls in football are in and around the 18.
I'm not sure about that. Offsides are called once a player is ahead of the last.
No, man, but me I say weird most offside call. Preacher, we don't watch football, man. Most offside calls, I would think 90% of the offside calls are closer to the opponent's quarter of the field than the other quarter.
Yeah, generally speaking.
So offside calls are called when the other team usually is in a goal scoring position. Now me going to be more concerned with what happened there than you on the halfway line or 10 or 5 yards over the halfway line. And I'm saying if interference is going to be the word that is used, then interference cannot be narrowly defined as a matter of
it's difficult to measure subjective interference.
I agree with you.
Somebody head that I put referees in a precarious position.
I agree with you. There's no easy way to go around.
You know that the rules of football
suggest
that once the game is being restarted, meaning the ball has gone outside, and a restart is about to take place. So whether it is a spot kick, a throw in, or a corner, a player cannot be offside from any of those.
What does that have to do with that?
You know that?
You can't be offside from a throw.
No.
Me know you can't offside from a cut.
All right. When a throw is being taken and a player moves into what would typically be an offside position, right?
Yeah.
Because players should know that a throw can offside. You know what they do?
What?
They go around, they go defend.
I understand, yes. Come again.
Because players know that throwing cannot be offside.
Uh-huh.
Even when they're in their defensive third and the player is in their attacking third.
Yeah.
The player is in what would typically be an offside position, meaning ahead of the final defender.
Yes.
You know what defenders do? They go around and they defend that player. You know why they do that?
Why?
Because they are conscious that a throw-in cannot be offside.
So you say that to say what?
I'm saying that to say players play the game with a level of consciousness all the time.
Why do they tell you? Why do they tell you?
If you're a footballer, you are supposed to be aware of the rules.
No, it's not the rules.
Conscious.
No, I know what the rules are. Preacher, let's not. I know what the rules are. I don't know how the linesman will flag.
That is not your responsibility.
And that is why I don't want left the man unattended, my boss, because I don't know if the linesman.
Listen,
I go call him offside, so I go stay with him, you know. Which means I interfere with me, I go do. I don't know if the linesman I go call him offside, even though Mr. Seboy, the man there 18 inches.
No, Orville, that is your decision to make.
And the fact that this man being here is forcing me to make a decision is, in my mind, interfering with what I do. Hold the line, Papa. Can you make my point for me?
Omega Radio Good Friday prayer meet and greet.
Good Friday, the day that we will always remember. Oh, our Lord Jesus Christ paid it all for us. But this Good Friday, April the 18th at 10 a.m. down until about 6 p.m. Listen up, we're going to be doing a prayer time. Coming out of the prayer and the telethon, praying for the body of Christ, seeing God move. Oh my God, healing the sick, delivering his people. We need to do it again. So listen, this is what we're going to be doing. We're doing a prayer time, ladies and gentlemen, right here in Jamaica and in United States from 10 a.m. until about 7 p.m. And we're inviting pastors and clergymen. We're inviting everybody to join us live on Omega Radio. You can come into the studio and help us to pray. But listen, call me at 954-773-4444 for United States to get on board, and for Jamaica, 876-204-9356. Call me to be my guest on this prayer time. We're going to pray for God's people. We're going to believe God to move on Good Friday. But listen up to the best part. I don't know if it is the best part, but it's a part of Good Friday service. Ladies and gentlemen, listen, we're going to connect U.S. and Jamaica and the UK, the entire Omega Radio family together. But listen, outside at 11030 Wiles Road, Coral Springs, Florida, 33067. We're going to be frying fish from about 12 to 7. And right here in Aining Road, good God Almighty, at 17 Aining Road, under the mango tree, we're going to fry some fish. Oh, my goodness. So come and get fish and bread. You don't want to miss out on this. Let's pray. People of God, feel free to call into the radio to get your prayer. 954-900-4310. That is the prayer line. Or 876-613-9129. We're going to have prayer warriors on watch for about 7 hours. Let's pray and watch God move. Bishop Manning say.
Tell a friend, call a friend, tell everybody.
Maxfield Bakery. Breads and buns and Maxfield Bakery for breads and buns and bullets too. It's Maxfield Bakery for the best Easter bun, you know that's
Maxfield Easter Bun, the juicy fruity Easter bun. Order online and send abroad at maxfieldbakery.com or call Maxfield Bakery at 926-2160 or 929-3897 and get yours before them done. Scatter says so.
You're listening to Omega Radio, broadcasting live. Omega Radio, Omega Radio, Omega.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
Preacher.
Come on. Earlier I said.
Hold on. I'm gonna read to you what the word interfere means.
Orville, you know, for going at the definition of interference.
To interfere, no man, but is that
no.
that is
you
the
know
word?
why that is irrelevant? Because in the context of football, the term interference has been defined by football rules. If you want to use a broader definition,
No one use the next word because here what interfere means. Prevent a process or activity from continuing or being carried out properly.
that has no relevance in the context of football, Orville, because interference as defined by football and footballing rules is when certain things happen. And
Right.
you already
believe
what those were.
Me believe that because interference is preventing me from carrying or being carried out something properly, you as a forward with dip on my shoulder in an offside position is preventing me from carrying out my job the way me that want.
Orville.
Yeah.
That is too subjective.
Yeah, me
And
know.
And it'll create too many issues
Yeah.
in the way the game is adjudicated.
I agree.
I'll say there's one correction. I think I said spot kick earlier.
Goal
in
kick, you
terms
mean?
of- right. I meant goal kick. So I did preface it by saying when the ball goes out of play and is being re-entered into play.
Right.
I just want to make one quick point on your passion argument.
Yes.
We need to kill the passion argument. Sorry. But passion and administrative efforts are mutually inclusive, man. Them not mutually exclusive. You're not gonna ever be the greatest in the world without both things
Which
working
is more
in tandem.
important to you?
All right.
To get the bet, what do you think would get West Indies cricket back to being where we were?
All right. In the context
The greatest
of West,
sports administrators in the world, and very little passion for the sport.
All right. You see, in
or
the context of
the most passionate set of people them and Orville Higgins are the administrators.
in the context of West Indies cricket, because we have a point of reference. In the context of West Indies cricket, we're gonna need both things working right now.
Preacher, man. Nobody get technical. May I ask you
No,
which?
I'm not getting technical. You know why? When West Indies was dominant,
Yes.
Australians had passion. Indians had passion. England had passion. Why was West Indies still beating them?
I
Because
believe
West
that.
Indies-
I believe
because
that
West
we
Indies
had it.
were just better. They had just-
No, I don't
West
believe that
Indies-
we were just
West
better.
Indies never had better administration than England.
We had
never
more
had
passion, I think. That is what I think.
All right, good.
Yeah.
All right. Now Australia is beating the world.
Yes.
Is it that Australia has suddenly become more passionate?
Or the other countries have gotten less.
What happened is Australia put in certain systems. They invested in cricket. They developed their youth talent. They developed a regional game.
Why do you think that they didn't invest those things in a football?
Orville, you and I already agree that there has to be passion. So I'm not
So,
saying
so which one do you think more important? Me not say administration. Give me a figure.
context of where we are now in the West Indies, because we're competing against nations like Australia, Pakistan, India, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
We are going to need root administration.
Give me a percentage, preacher. What percentage of passion vis-a-vis administration will get us back to where we were in a test?
50-50.
50-50.
Yeah.
I mean, I believe that.
All right.
80-20%. And if you push me, I might say 90-10. You need the people and to love it something. They need it.
All right.
Remember, administrators themselves are also passionate about the sport. You know? Glenn Mills is a passionate track and field man. You know why not cricket him go to? I'm more passionate about. So even administrators.
Glenn Mills.
Glenn Mills love cricket, you know. I love basketball and them something, but he's more passionate about
Glenn Mills is standing on the shoulders of others who had gone before him.
Sponsored by
Right?
Office of the Prime.
We cannot beat the likes of Australia and India solely based
I never
on
said
the fact that
solely.
we are passionate.
I never said
We're
solely.
going to beat them by producing talent, which administrators are going to be responsible for.
How do you produce talent?
By creating systems that will get people to be interested. By
That
bringing
you're
more
going to get
sponsorship,
well, and that
by
get people to be
investing more
what?
in the sport.
You create systems that what? It is not systems that create passion in them about.
Orville.
It is passion that creates systems.
Orville, when you're introduced in sport to a country or community, there's no passion. The introduction of the sport to a new place involves administration. The work of administration gives birth in that context to passion.
That passion. If an administration have to come and introduce you to a sport, you're not going to do well none at all.
Before West Indies started playing cricket, no slave was passionate about cricket.
Before we started playing cricket, then how we are going to start playing cricket if we never know about the sport?
Exactly, we had no passion.
But I know
Therefore-
administrators cause people we love cricket.
Therefore, those who brought cricket to the West Indies,
Those who brought cricket here were not the ones that caused us to love it. Because they brought other things we don't love.
Hold on. So if they didn't bring it here, how would we have grown?
No, man. I'm saying that is not the reason why we love it.
So who introduced West Indies to the sport?
You know, get to me and say no. I can introduce my child to a toy. The child now will love it.
Yes, but if you didn't introduce your child to the toy, you wouldn't know if they love it or not.
Yeah, but I can't take credit for making my child love something merely because it damn here. That's how I am. Me introduce my son.
If you don't introduce your child to something, you will not know whether they love it or not.
I agree, my boss. But me
therefore, if they come to love it,
I can't take no credit. No, me can't take no credit.
You can't take the credit?
No.
All right, I'll leave it there, Orville. I've been on the line long.
Fair.
I want to
All
have me.
True. So let me just reiterate that. I can't take no credit for a youngster loving anything merely by introducing them. Me say to my youth, yo, see a football here. And this youth decides say, I'm going to love football and play every day until him get good. What credit me can't take? Me can't take no credit. Me give him a football. You get me? Or if I can even take any credit, that's minimal. 5%, 10%. The real reason why that come I introduce him to some other thing when I'm not love neither. So I mean make him hate those other things. No. Me introduce my youth to reading novels. Me used to love read as a child. Him not end up like reading novels. Should I get the blame? If you are going to give me credit to introducing it to him, me get the credit. Then you have to also say me did try get him to love reading and him not love reading. I mean forget the blame. I mean I think so. Youth are going to like things or they're not going to like. We take the break. We're coming back with the Yaba selection. I think correction that they always answer some of the basketball questions. We're coming back.
Go straight to Western Sports for all your track and field needs, like spikes, high jump equipment, throwing implements, hurdles, not to mention your team tracksuits, running tights, vests, and shorts. The time by Western Sports, the sports people, is
3 o'clock.
It's your favorite gospel DJ. My name is Jermaine Morgan, popular known as Brother Frisco. Joins me weekdays and weekend on your radio. On Mondays, it's 4 p.m. through to 9. Tuesdays and Wednesdays, 4 p.m. through to 7 p.m. Thursdays and Fridays, 4 p.m. through to 9. And on Saturdays and Sundays, it's 6 a.m. through to 10 a.m. on Omega Radio, locally and internationally, where your afternoon will get better going into the evening and your weekend will never be the same. Stay locked with Brother Frisco on your radio.
Greetings to you listeners. This is Reverend Ryan A. Gordon, Senior Pastor of the Book Vessels Healing and Deliverance Ministries, located at 120 Main Street, Pineapple, Ocheria, St. Anne, Jamaica, West Indies. Join me every Sunday morning at 8:30 a.m. inside the Kingdom Lifestyle Radio Show with Brother Frisco. Join me for a word in time. You cannot afford to miss this powerful word every Sunday morning on this station.
It's all right.
You're listening to
Maxfield Bakery for breads and buns and bullets too. It's Maxfield Bakery for the best Easter bun, you know that's
Maxfield Easter Bun, the juicy fruity Easter bun. Order online and send abroad at maxfieldbakery.com or call Maxfield Bakery at 926-2160 or 929-3897 and get yours before them done. Skiata says so.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right, so time now for the Yaba selection, which comes up right now. Correction has just dropped another place. So all of the basketball people, I want to take on correction. I might take a one or two wild jab myself and see if him can come out of it. Music brought to you by Edge Campaigns for people dreaming color, but it's also Yaba time on a Friday afternoon. And you know what? Every Friday at 3 o'clock, we throw in a Yaba selection just to kind of, put some classy. Some say it's reggae, some say it's not. Call it what you will. It's pleasant, uplifting music. This one is called Children. It's number 12 on the album. Here we go. All righty then. So that is our second and final selection, Yaba Children. Yaba from the Yaba album. It's called Children of the World. I say, if people can sing in a business, when them voice trembling. If your voice not trembling, you can't sing. So you have to listen. Children of the world. That name singing, okay? All right, correction, dropping on those. Correction. How are you, sir?
Blessed and highly favored.
Me and the man them say you have flip-flop. You have 2 minutes to address it.
You hear me now? You see the man them I say me flip-flop. It's because I show them up.
You have?
Yes, man. Show up the man them, man. Show them say them soft. The fact that I was able to come here basically a month out before the playoffs made my prediction. I just didn't give prediction of conference finalists. I gave prediction of who I actually think will make it in the final cut from 1 to 8 on both conferences.
Well, let me just go straight to the point.
Yeah, man.
Who them did say you choose at the start of this?
No, man, I didn't choose anybody at the start of the season.
The team who you said was going to reach the Western Conference final?
Rockets, which is my team.
And you weren't sure who else would get to the conference final.
Right.
But no, you don't have Rockets at that.
No.
And you explained it yesterday saying, what did you say again?
I explained yesterday that
the trade
after the trade deadline,
yeah,
the Western Conference landscape changed drastically.
It did.
Yes. So there is no way, being the basketball mind that I am, would come here, even though Rocket is my team, and I would really like them to make it and win.
So the question is, how drastic is drastic?
In terms of
which 2 teams you have now to reach the Western Conference final?
The Warriors and the Lakers.
The Warriors get
Jimmy
buckets from Miami.
Right.
And Lakers get Duke.
Yes.
And you feel those 2 changes
are
man. Earth game changing.
If you look at where
Rockets get, by the way, Rockets not get nobody.
No, didn't do much in there.
So your argument is that the fact that them get Jimmy Butler
look at where Warriors was before Jimmy came there, and look at where Warriors now is now. You understand? Look at how Lakers was playing before they got Luka, and look how they are playing now. They are totally different animals. And
that's why you're not going to Rockets.
Exactly.
But that seems like a fair position to me.
When the realities change, I change.
No, but you know, so that my mantra when me
and some of the man them who have agreed with this principle. Because me show them up. Them
no, me not about the show. Me not getting that. I am saying, if your argument is
yes,
I was going with Rockets until the trade.
I remember
Jimmy Butler gonna Warriors.
Right.
To you makes because when what Jimmy like can be in the playoffs.
Exactly.
Them is a different animal.
Yeah, man. Jimmy don't diminish when the lights get bright.
No.
He actually rise to the occasion.
And we say so you think Luka is a better fit at Lakers than Anthony Davis? You think Lakers is now a better team?
A much better team.
With Luka they run at.
And they have proven that.
That's a fairish point. What the other point?
Everything I've said is facts.
Cleveland Cavaliers now. You didn't give them a chance. I remember at the beginning of the season when they make up a bag of eyes and I did ask you how this team look. What you did say?
I said at the time that they were missing a piece.
And that it is?
Yes.
I never remember what you did say. And people might not believe seminar. But me didn't know you never give them no chance.
Right. I said that they were missing a piece. This team was missing a piece.
And they have got
at the 6th of February they got DeAndre Hunter. This man coming off the bench has made
DeAndre Hunter.
Yes, man.
No, hold on. Miss B, we are coming. DeAndre Hunter. So DeAndre Hunter is the reason why you think Cavalier will win this something now, brother?
Yes, brother.
From a team with no chance?
Hold on now. Listen. No, remember what I said, they were missing a piece. So missing a piece means that they
hold on, okay.
Right.
Well, we can work with you with the previous thing about Houston. You believe DeAndre Hunter?
Yes, man.
Is the difference between Cleveland winning or losing the NBA?
The impact that he has made on the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Hunter.
Yes, boss.
May I have to go look up DeAndre?
Look him up, man. Look him up. Look at his numbers and look what he's doing off the bench for Cleveland.
So he's a bench man, you think?
Yes, boss, man. Listen to me now.
Is that man coming off the bench? You think make Cleveland suddenly find the piece of them?
Can I talk to you? Can I talk to you?
Talk.
Good. No. When I called in to make my prediction.
Make it quick. 1 minute.
Yeah, man. When I called in to make my prediction, I said 2 things to Zidane. When I declare that I have Cleveland to win it all, him say, Cleveland? I say, yes. Him say, why? I said to him, say, first and foremost, I was wrong about this team.
Oh, so when you did tell me, say, them need a piece, you were wrong.
Yeah, man. Me tell him, say, listen, I was wrong about this team.
No, that's a different.
Okay.
That's a different. That changes the dynamic.
Yeah, man.
No, Fran, you say you did wrong.
Yeah,
when you did say to me, said them no have no chance if them not get a new piece. That means you have earned.
And the thing is, Zidane agreed with me the day when I come make the prediction. I said the same thing.
It does not talk about mine.
Okay.
So if you did say you get it wrong, they were a better team that you were giving them credit for.
Yes, sir.
And DeAndre Hunter is that little extra spark.
Right.
But they couldn't have left from no have no chance.
Right.
Bench player come in.
Yeah,
I
man.
know them. All right.
I admitted I was totally wrong about them.
I never know about them.
Yeah, man.
All right. I just remember that. We could go back at line this week. Hello.
My time.
Yeah, man.
Big up, man. Big up, man. Them.
Where is the bull?
There. All right. So you know my thing.
Yeah.
Bull is SC playing tomorrow. We have to see in the Portmore area. We're on Waterford. I think we're going to Waterford High School. We're going to get a team in Gaza. Let's come out and watch what should be a good game. You know? So let's come out and see it. All right, Alvin.
Yes, sir.
I hear you talking about this offside. What exactly in the offside do you have an issue? That's why I hear
all right, me like the facts I want to hear me say. Right now, the football definition of interference is a little bit too narrow for me in football.
That'd be too narrow for you.
Yeah, I think interference is a little bit wider than the football definition. I think a man can interfere with me and play without the things that football says is interference. You always have to take me now in a sense, but other people out the way understand.
And we're talking interference in a football context.
Then a football context, me attack. No, I believe that the scope in football context is not wide enough. May I hear you? Yes. I believe the fact that you as a forward can affect how I play means that you can interfere with how I play. You get that or you not get that? We've lost him. We lose him. All right, we're right up on the break, so I could take the break. But if you can call back, do that. By the way, CCC just beat Jamaica by 5 wickets. So them lick off the 150 for 5. Poor Jamaica. We'll take a break. We're coming back.
If you need a prescription filled, Gold Line Pharmacy at Main Street, Chapelton, Clarendon guarantees fast service at a great price. You will find gifts, household items, cosmetics, and stationery too. When you are looking for fast, friendly service, visit Gold Line Pharmacy, Main Street, Chapelton, 876-785-0128. We are caring beyond prescriptions. Gold Line Pharmacy, the name you can trust. Serving our clients is our first responsibility.
Give a little something. US $1 JD 150 every time you receive a remittance from Lasco Money Transfer to sponsor a social project selected by the Jamaica Social Stock Exchange. Say, I want to donate $1 to the cashier. Donations accepted at these locations: 38.5 Red Hills Road, Kingston 10, 15 Chandos Place, Poppin Square, Kingston 10, and Shop 203 Bayway Shopping Center, 3 St. James Street, Montego Bay. Give a little something. US $1 JD 150 every time you receive a remittance from Lasco.
Omega Radio Good Friday Prayer Meet and Greet.
Good Friday, the day that we will always remember. Oh, our Lord Jesus Christ paid it all for us. But this Good Friday, April the 18th at 10 a.m. down until about 6 p.m. Listen up, we're going to be doing a prayer time. Coming out of the prayer and the telethon, praying for the body of Christ, seeing God move. Oh my God. healing the sick, delivering his people. We need to do it again. So listen, this is what we're going to be doing. We're doing a prayer ton, ladies and gentlemen, right here in Jamaica and in United States from 10 a.m. until about 7 p.m. And we're inviting pastors and clergymen. We're inviting everybody to join us live on Omega Radio. You can come into the studio and help us to pray. But listen, call me at 954-773-4444 for United States to get on board, and for Jamaica, 876-204-9356. Call me to be my guest on this prayer time. We're going to pray for God's people. We're going to believe God to move on Good Friday. But listen up to the best part. I don't know if it is the best part, but it's a part of Good Friday service. Ladies and gentlemen, listen, we're going to connect U.S. and Jamaica and the UK, the entire Omega Radio family together. But listen, outside at 11030 Wiles Road, Coral Springs, Florida, 33067. We're going to be frying fish from about 12 to 7. And right here in Aining Road, good God Almighty, at 17 Aining Road, under the mango tree, we're going to fry some fish. Oh, my goodness. So come and get fish and bread. You don't want to miss out on this. Let's pray. People of God, feel free to call into the radio to get your prayer. 954-900-4310. That is the prayer line. Or 876-613-9129. We're going to have prayer warriors on watch for about 7 hours. Let's pray and watch God move. Bishop Manning say.
Tell a friend, call a friend, tell everybody.
Mommy, can we buy some Easter bun, please? Make sure it's Whitfield Easter bun, because it tastes so good. You can eat it with butter, cheese. You can eat it with anything. You can even eat it by itself. Just buy it. Try it. You will love it. Whitfield is the best Easter bun. From it reach your shelf, you know say it done. Buy Whitfield Easter bun.
Get it in your supermarket and grocers island-wide. Visit us at 4 Western Park, Maypen, and 1 near Richmond Park Avenue, Kingston 10.
Call us at 876-986-2256 or 210-3772.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
Yeah, Bull.
Yeah. So you want to widen the scope of the word interference.
Yeah.
Because you think in football, which is in football context, it's too small.
Yes.
Okay. That doesn't make sense.
Not to you. No, man, you must say it doesn't make no sense to you.
Football and understand football, that don't make sense.
Well.
Yeah, interference, couple of things in the play can deal with the proximity you are to the play.
Yeah, I agree.
Or your outside depends on the proximity you are.
Yeah.
You open the scope of interference.
Yeah.
And a man is 5 yards on the play, but because he screamed to the midfielder, to the left, as him to pass the ball to the left winger, he's definitely in the defender's. What he's saying is in the defender's start. So that means that's outside.
And I'm saying that now the referee would have to make an interpretation.
That does not make any sense. Or the referee is going to tell what is in the defender's start.
Interpretation.
Interpretation of what? What is the
if the referee believes that this forward could
in an outside position,
if the referee believes that the defenders that the forward could affect what the defender does or does not do,
obvious,
then
let me
that player is offside if he's in an offside position.
So you think on a football field, there's only one instruction is being yelled on a football field?
I don't understand the question.
Do you when the ball game is you think only one instruction is being given?
I don't see how that relates to the question you're on.
It relates to it because while the forward is within an outside position, it's telling the midfielder to bring it out wide. There's the attacking midfielder screaming for
I'm talking about the forward relative to the defender that is marking him. What are you talking about midfield?
But if you're seeing, defender this market, you're seeing the entire place and everything is happening in front of you.
Yeah, but I'm talking
And
as
you
it relates
as
to
the defender-
offside.
Hold on. You as the defender, the last man, is pushing and pulling people all around the field in relation to what is happening in the movement.
But why not all of them think they come down to offside, my boss? Offside, me
Yes,
talk
but
about
what I'm saying to you is, how do you know that part will be forward set? That is in the defender.
No, but me not about what forward say. I'm saying can the forward being there affect how Wami do as a defender?
He's saying something from 5 yards.
I am not, but maybe in that case, no. But I'm saying, what are there cases where a forward, me is the last defender,
Behind the line. 5 yards behind the last defender.
can determine what me do for what? Why are you talking about telling me? I talk about affecting what I do as a last defender.
But because he's saying bring the ball out there.
But you are give the same example. Me not give no example. Me say as long as this forward is affecting what me do as a central defender, then that man must be called offside once in an offside position. Once the referee can make that judgment call, that you know it's a big card of forward the right, so why the defender
How is the referee going to make that judgment?
then it's a judgment call. Then what if a sports interpretation and judgment call? Yeah, man, judgment call.
You're making a call based on what is in someone's mind.
Once it could, may I base it on could. You could laugh till you're weak at that. Mr. Lagos. Yes, when you don't laugh at that, Mr. Lagos.
This does not make any sense.
Hold on, let me ask you something.
Anyways, let me also explain something.
Did it make sense to you when you did that tell? All you know if you talk to me about football, you did for about 6 months, you know. Take a one lick off of you, you know. Yes, when Onana come to Manchester United.
Did I make specifically about Onana?
This man come tell me how Onana are gonna make Manchester United a better passing team, you know. Him say me not understand football.
Bull said Onana.
Oh, the passing goalkeeper. Now that you did say.
Said Onana.
Who you did say was the passing goalkeeper?
I said a goalkeeper who can pass the ball.
Is Onana a ball or goalkeeper who can pass the ball?
Onana is a madman right now.
Now what me did I tell you about Onana and the ability to pass?
Onana is a madman.
So me, so you lose the argument to me.
I gave you a lot of different examples.
Hey, cool. You know about, but you don't know about ball.
I'm going to do.
You know average to tell me that one.
I'm going to do you a favor.
Yeah.
I'm going to do you a favor. I'm going to send you something that Gary never talked about in the last 5 years. Which players are touching the football more?
Well, nobody come try to flip. You did think say Onana are gonna make Manchester United a better passing team?
I did not say Onana.
You did say Onana, my boss.
This is coming from you who don't know what a half volley is.
No. But you did. Remember, you say you're the football man, you know. And Onana coming to Manchester United and them perform worse as a passing team than before him. Come on, when they I didn't know.
Worse right now as a passing team.
Yeah. Them look horrible, my boss.
No, you said something.
Anyway, bull, you lose that one.
Hold on, stop. Manchester United is worse right now as a passing team since Onana.
I don't think that. I don't think that.
I can tell you that Manchester United pass the ball more, have more possession since Onana comes.
All right, big up Onana.
Don't play with me.
Big up Onana, bull.
No man, no man says something else.
Big up Onana. Onana not making a difference to your team.
Said on the radio, which is a joke.
What me say?
Defenders can't know if someone is offside.
No, I never said that.
What do you say?
I said defenders can't know whether the referees will blow for the offside. So me as the defender might see you as a forward 6 inches or 8 inches behind me. I can't just run away from my position because I don't know if when the ball come to you, the linesman will flag.
They can't?
I can't know whether the linesman will flag or not.
You can't just run away from your position. I'm asking you. Defender can't? You have never seen a defender step up and leave people.
When I leave this man when they're beside me, knowing that I'm in an offside position, expecting the linesman for flag, I am taking a risk, my boss.
That happens every game.
I know. And because it happens every game, is precisely why I think the interfering rule must be wide. Thank you very much. So it was nice.
No sense.
It made no sense when you say, oh, no, I'm going to make Manchester United a better pass.
group the events. They have the long sprint, short sprints, and so on.
Yeah. What you think about it? Maybe that's the more important.
I think it's great. And one of the assessments I made from a track athlete perspective is that, particularly this early in the season, you're getting high level competition very, very early. So you can make a great assessment of where you are so far from a training perspective. You will also get to see where your, what you perceive to be your top competitor, where they are as well.
Yeah.
And then you can then tailor your training or just continue what you're doing because you would have, maybe be on track or even ahead of schedule.
Yeah.
And of course, make some big money at the same time.
Yeah. Well, all of those could work, but the counter to that is that enough athletes are not going to be nowhere near peak in April, especially early April.
No, but and that's why I said it's not about being peak. It's just to make an assessment
As to where you are. Yeah. Well.
And where your competition are, what you perceive to be the person or persons who you think will be your main competition.
What if your competition doesn't come to the thing? Remember, there's a whole lot of people who never came to this meeting.
Yes, man.
There was no Shakira, no Noah Lyles, no Sharika, no who else never did it. Certainly as sprinters.
Yeah, man,
Keshi
no Kishi and those kind of people. Yeah, man, but and like I mentioned, it's just that it gives you first where you are, and then you can then tailor your season based on that. And because what I want the listener to understand is that based on my understanding is that you set out a plan as to where you want to be at particular points of the season.
Yeah.
And so very early on, it's kind of difficult to get where you really are, especially if you have to go to like a little meet like here or there.
Yeah.
But when you get elite or high level competition, then you can make a better assessment as to where you are. And of course, the added bonus of putting decent money in your pocket is also very good.
Yeah,
I think that is a good assessment. If I might chime in, I think going forward, Higgins, if this thing here becomes an annual event, I think coaches and athletes, based on the prize money, will start to adjust.
I agree.
Yeah, man.
After bowl and said that to me Tuesday night.
Yes, man.
He said, give another year, maybe another year.
Yes, man.
Diamond League, the man will just come for 100,000.
Exactly.
Yeah. You agree, Yashima?
Yeah, man. Listen, I think the concept is also very good because when you look like at Sydney, you can see her what she's like over the flat 400.
Yeah.
And then what I also learned is that based on what season is saying, based on what of course person who I know in the track and field are saying, the 4 hurdles is easier than the 400 flat. Why? Because for the 400 hurdles,
Steven said that?
Yes, man.
Steven said the 400 hurdles is easier than the 400 flat.
It's easier than the flat 400. And I'm going to explain what the reason is for that. So in the 400 hurdles, you have barriers to go through. And so based on your height, based on your strength, and just based on maybe the coach's preference, there's a particular number of strides you need to take between each hurdle, right? So it gives you like a measure as to where you are during the race. But the 400 flat is like you're not really sure where you are unless you have probably like somebody in front of you.
Oh man, easier probably isn't the right word.
So, they're saying it's easier. Because you can manage the race better because of those strides in between hurdles. So I'm like,
so if I get a man
who to me as well.
If I get a man who don't know nothing about who can't do track and field at all, that's a youth who can run. The 400 hurdles, you would be more likely to excel in the 400 hurdles than the 400 flat.
Well, based on what they're saying, it seems that way.
Me need like a convincing.
It was shocking to me as well.
No, me not say. Listen,
when you understand,
let's say I would take a little bit more convincing or a little bit more argument than the one that argument.
I can understand to a point where the caller is saying that the coaches are saying that the hurdles you basically can manage your race based on the amount of strides you take to each hurdle.
Right.
But as you said, easier can't be the word.
Not easier.
No, man. Can't be the word.
That's what they're saying.
They can probably better manage your race. They can probably better manage the race,
You
but
probably need a lot more strength and all those things over the flat 4.
Big
But
man.
in terms
You have a man named Danny McFarlane.
Yes.
Who couldn't do nothing at all at the 400. See?
Yes.
You remember Danny McFarlane?
Yeah, man.
Danny McFarlane sidestepped the race.
Yes.
I mean, wouldn't call it technique. And Danny McFarlane say, you know what? This 400 thing and I'm going to work.
Yes.
Danny McFarlane decides, I'm going to take up the 400.
Right.
Win a medal Olympic.
Yeah, man.
So I don't know about that. No, boss. Maybe I want.
And his technique goes far from the best.
No. He was just a 400 man who decides he must jump over the hurdle when he reach up to the hurdle. And he win medal. I know him never going to win nothing at the 400 meters.
Well,
that's why I left it.
I would like to hear an assessment from like a Shani Miller because
maybe there's some explanation where you're not quite.
It is. Well, I understand it now because based on how you train, some athletes train to start quick and then
is the 110 meter hurdles easier than the 100 flat?
Mm-hmm.
I am not sure.
Does that same logic apply?
I would have to, but then again, if you look on
no, sir.
Not
adding up to me at all.
All right, so
if the 400 hurdles is easier than the 400, then does it follow that the 100
not
hurdles?
necessarily, because I remember
the 100 hurdles higher than the 400 hurdles.
1 million Walker wanted to do the 100 hurdles, and
she never wanted to do the 100 hurdles. Actually, she wanted to sprint.
She wanted to do the 100 flat.
She wanted to do the 100 hurdles because she did well.
No, man. No. Me talk to my lane herself. I'm a lane sit down and reason several times.
Right.
In fact. She never wanted to do hurdles.
Well, I can tell you.
Oh, she wanted to do the 100 hurdles as opposed to the 400 hurdles.
Yes.
Oh, that's what you mean. Okay.
So I remember
but all along she wanted to sprint.
One quote saying, "Hey, I don't think the structure of your body. I don't understand what they're saying, but I'm just repeating what I was in the know of. Based on your physical structure, you're gonna get hurt."
But Carla, now that you bring up the Grand Slam, the only regret I am having personally is that I don't think it will be taken back to Jamaica. I don't think it will be held.
The crowd never goes.
Yeah, man. You know.
Well, it's a bit. I think. Well, I don't know what conversation we had behind the scenes because based on a Friday,
the fact that Michael Johnson can say he cannot commit to coming back here next year.
Can he commit to any of the other venues?
And I get that as well. But what I'm saying is this: I think that the timing in terms of Messi came here, then champs. A lot of persons would probably want to go in terms that this was an income that afford to be able to do that.
What do you think about the pricing, Higgins?
Well, no,
9,000 for the grandstand?
Yes.
Too much.
Yeah. Also, if you look on the time of day for the event, I think it was also poor because 5:30 on a Friday, people are stuck in traffic coming from work.
No, well, that's something I agree.
12 o'clock on a Sunday, come on. People are maybe church or Sunday dinner. It's just too early. So again, I think that they probably need to have, more discussion behind the scenes with, some stakeholders who understand what's going on the ground. Yeah. And they can come again because I can tell you, the person who showed up, I was here, the energy was good, the vibe was good.
The break I go catch you, Yashima. But we get the point you make.
Yeah, man, no problem.
Call more often than my boss.
Well, if I get the chance.
Yeah, man, you don't always get the chance.
Good contribution today.
No, I don't always get the chance.
You don't always get the chance. Pressure me, appreciate. Big up yourself.
Cool.
All right, cool.
Mommy, can we buy some Easter bun, please? Make sure it's Whitfield Easter bun, because it tastes so good. You can eat it with butter, cheese. You can eat it with anything. You can even eat it by itself. Just buy it. Try it. You will love it. Whitfield is the best Easter bun. From it reach your shelf, say it done. Buy Whitfield Easter bun.
Get it in your supermarket and grocers island-wide. Visit us at 4 Western Park, Maypen, and 1 near Richmond Park Avenue, Kingston 10.
Call us at 876-986-2256 or 210-3772.
Paul, I need help with my vehicle cost this year. It's going through the roof. You think I should call Keith?
You're mad.
Don't you want a system that easy for you?
Yeah, man.
You want the best price boat here too?
Yeah, man. I bet you want real-time alert and island-wide coverage. Yeah, man. So the smart choice is Hawkeye.
They will give you a free 30-day trial.
Yeah, man.
Hey, tell me something. You ever say anything but yeah, man?
Yeah, man.
Just say yeah, man to Hawk Tracker from Hawkeye. Call us at 926 Hawk. Conditions apply.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right, back on line. The final 15 minutes. We have correction in the house, so the basketball people, if there are issues. Number one, stay within the 5 minutes if we have enough. If we have people, so if we have people holding, then you know it go. Correction, tell me during the breaks, them want to take a shot off of me with the sprinting versus football.
Yeah, man.
So win that argument.
No, you're dead. You're dead, man. You're dead like Auntie for them.
More Jamaicans love watch football.
So when you see the crowd that came out to the Grand Slam the other day, opposed to the crowd that came out to Messi's event.
No man, they don't mess it up, man.
Huh?
We're not nobody the equivalent of Messi. Did I run up?
All right. Remember, break it down further. The crowd that come out a Grand Slam, a JPL game could have bring out better than that.
It has brought out.
Yeah, man.
The final of the JPL had more.
Yeah, man.
Had more people than that.
So what you have to say about that?
We have a car. That is what I'm happy about that. I don't want whoever they put the light cut there. Hello.
Hello?
Yes.
Orville.
Yes, sir. Oh, Troy. Troy, a.k.a. Emirates. How you doing, boss?
Man. Wagwan. Correction.
Yes, sir.
Big up yourself.
Big up yourself, man.
All right, question. You know, I'm on the talk basketball. I don't really know. Warriors are my team.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know a lot about basketball. I don't spend time. Like Orville, I don't spend the time to watch a lot of it.
No, man. Playoffs are my time doing it. No playoff game, I got miss me.
Yeah, I do watch the playoffs, you know, but
yeah.
the entire year.
So while me yield the basketball argument to them for 82 games, me as a basketball expert as of next year.
Yeah. But the question I want to ask Orville, being that correction is here, you have a number of persons who come on and preach basketball. Who would you consider to be the best?
The best in terms of what? Caller?
No, man, not you, Orville. It can't be the best person with knowledge of the game.
No, man, you're putting me in a very compromising position. No, man, no, we can't do that, Charlie. Man. Call me off here, But clearly, correction would be a the man.
Correction. Would you say that?
Correction, G-Star, Pioneer, Wells, the basketball leader.
It is correction and everybody else.
Correction everybody else.
Yes.
No, hear what? I don't want them prejudice. Me prejudice the audience. What about you saying who you think is the reason basketball?
No, I don't think I have sufficient information. But I know correction knows it. I think Pioneer. What did that you mention again? Is another
G-Star.
G-Star, yeah, man.
And indeed.
Well, me not too sure about the name this thing.
About G-Star.
About the fraud. No,
you know G-Star.
No, we not read the fraud.
G-Star.
Say the G-Star.
Anyway, explain this thing to me. What you mentioned about the guy was saying that you measure your progress based on the amount of steps between the hurdles.
Yeah, that's what he was explaining.
Yeah, man. It's usually 12 steps. So you between one hurdle to the next hurdle, hurdlers usually is 11 steps, and then you go.
No, the concern about the progress in relation to where you are in the race are just your
your personal race.
I thought he was saying that your progress in relation to where you are in the race.
No, man. It's just your own race. So you run 11 steps and you jump. Run 11, jump. Run 11, jump.
Cool. Yeah,
and the argument is that because you have that clearly defined strategy in your head, it's easier to execute the race as opposed to the 400 where you don't know how to judge your own pace.
I don't think easier is the word because the factors just jumping over the hurdles rather than running.
Yeah, that's why I said easier is not the word.
Yeah, because it's more technical, you know.
If the word is
manageable,
more easy to plan.
Yes.
I would say more manageable.
No, manageable wouldn't be the word. Yeah, manageable jump over some something rather than
word, but it can be easier though, because
more.
If it's more technical, it can't be easier.
No. So the word that I use is easier to plan for.
All right, Alvin, my last question.
That's the plan.
Because I wasn't here when this thing was going on.
Yeah.
Why we didn't have more Jamaicans out there? I know you had a murmur, something going on, which I think pocket money is much less than when they get here, so.
But I mean, I don't know.
Why?
I don't know. Cause
is it the same factor we have that whenever we have things local, we don't get our stars out? Is it the same issue at hand?
I don't know. Because people were saying it looked like one particular camp was boycotting the race. But there were other stars from other camps that weren't there either.
Well, I can't forget about this thing I don't know. God no. I mean, it's real, unless for the championship, the trials, it's real to see our locals coming out and run.
Yeah.
Locally. And it kind of bother me a lot. You understand?
No, so you're saying that them should have come support me?
Well, all things being equal, I don't know.
Support the man, them don't want the 100,000, my you.
Orville.
Suppose me feel that $100,000 in April is not.
Murmur not giving them that amount of money. Me know that.
No man, but I'm saying. No, listen what I'm saying. The athletes have a schedule of events where they make from the previous year.
Mm-hmm.
So from November to March, it's background work. No few of them they even go up on a track. Gym, background work, sons, dieting. And the man and to prepare for a meet at the beginning of April would radically alter their preparation. What if some of the athletes decide say that 100,000 there is not worth radically changing my regular preparation?
Let me say, a couple of them run at the Murmur race. They would have prepared for that, and I don't think.
That's the point you're making.
Mm-hmm.
That's
the
point
you're making. This is done a serious preparation per se, like going to the Olympics.
But maybe the Miramar race, them not get them all. I don't know.
I don't know. I would love to
know if you'd take Michael Johnson money and Jack. But it's a good point. If they could run in Miramar, why couldn't they run at the stadium? This is the point there.
And whilst they would be earning significantly more at the Grand Slam.
What I'm saying is, I call more money now, more money. 100,000, how much? How much million Jamaica on that?
But I really believe the Grand Slam, the concept behind it, I think it's a real good one for the track and very good one for the track and field world.
And I hope based on the fact that this is the first one we didn't have a turnout because there was another event going on in Jamaica. What was it again?
Which other event was that?
There's another event going on. Some manufacturing something, I think. So I hope that does not discourage them from coming back.
No, I don't know still.
But no one that kind of look bleak though, Carla.
The real question, but me ask the question, why would the athlete them rich? You have to rich?
No, I think some athletes were genuinely injured doing them.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think some athletes were
no,
generally
I thought Noah Lyles. I thought Shaquille.
No, Noah Lyles and Shakira clearly had a
issue
with Michael.
That's not prepared to give up 100,000.
No, Shakira says she worth more than that.
Then no, that means the athlete them rich, brother. If you can look,
Shakira said she worth more than that.
If you have the opportunity to make,
that's why she wasn't a part of the Grand Slam.
Well, yeah, make the point for me. Mm-hmm. If you have the opportunity to make 100,000 US for a week, and I said no, I don't need that.
And Noah Lyles was saying that the viewership you don't think is wide enough. I can't understand that.
I give up 100,000.
Yeah.
The possibility of 100.
Yes.
No, sir. I'm not buy them in something. $50 million give us just like that.
Well, to be fair to them, it's 100,000 because they must say they live in the US.
Then 100,000 US, no only for money to US people.
Yes, man. Then only for money that same way, brother.
Nobody from MVP was there. No, I don't think that's mere coincidence. And
I mean, I can't see a Jamaican
anywhere than Shelly.
In
terms of our health, our status.
I can't see a Jamaican give a possibility of winning $50 million.
Boy.
Well, there were many Jamaicans who were not there.
I don't know that, brother.
What do you mean you don't know? They don't know the MVP people. Them not there. Never there. Them not Jamaicans.
I don't understand it.
Eh? No, don't say they wouldn't because they did.
All right,
they weren't there. Yes.
I just can't understand.
Oh, that you say you can't understand why 15 million between Friday evening and Sunday
evening.
You don't want that.
Yeah.
Will I take it to make that money?
In a track and field?
In a way, I do.
If me add up all of the money with me ever work from me, I work from 19 months till now, me would not reach 15 million. Much less how we can work. Eh? Me I can retire. I don't make 15 million. Me should have take up track and field. Anyway, make we leave it right there, son.
All right, take it easy. All the best. Correct, take it easy.
Yes, man. Thanks for calling.
A star. Yeah, sure. Yeah. So no, the reason why people didn't turn up, I believe people watch more football in Jamaica than they watch tracks.
Mm-hmm. Why is that?
Because the way how people show them appreciation for track and field in Jamaica is not at every little meet around the place. It's at the Olympics meet and at the World Championships.
You realize they
more Jamaican households watch the 100-meter final
Higgins.
in the Olympics than watch any
Higgins.
football match with Jamaica.
You remember your argument them that they used to put forward when you're talking about passion and cricket?
Yeah.
And the things they used to measure the passion in Jamaica.
Yeah.
How much little boy used
I
to
agree
say-
with you. I agree
Right,
with you. It's
right.
difficult to measure. No, but it's here's how you know. Go to any Jamaican household when the Olympics are. And
that's a one-off event, though.
But me agree.
Jamaicans love hype.
Then football the hype.
Yeah, no man, yeah, this is a thing where you do week in, week out.
No, but we
week
don't.
in, week out.
Well,
you see man
we
play
don't
football.
watch the Olympic rowboating and arrow
No
shooting.
man, we're talking about sprinting versus football.
So we love the sprinting because it's hype. Me not say why we love it. Me just say we love that something more than we love. I will watch that something more than we watch.
No, sir.
Here's one more your answer.
No,
we're coming. We have one call. You don't think more Jamaicans watch the Olympic 100-meter final
Then what?
than watch any football match of Jamaica?
World Cup final?
When we
no,
play
man, you have to equate 100 meter.
Argentina. When we play Argentina,
Hold on. You have to equate 100-meter final with
World Cup final.
World Cup
but
final.
we don't get to know World Cup final.
It don't really matter.
So the highest level of football we play is at the World Cup.
It don't really matter.
All right, but may I ask the same thing?
Eh.
Does Jamaica ever have a match where more Jamaicans watch in football
Yes.
than watch Bolton at the 100 final?
Jamaica?
Yeah, Jamaicans.
Jamaican watching
a Jamaican football match.
A Jamaican football match, but the may I say you can't equate a 100-meter final with just an ordinary football match, brother. That's not right.
You're making my point for me.
Yeah,
we go back.
that's not right.
We go back. We have a minute. We give somebody 1 minute. Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Don't cuss. Use your minute uninterrupted if you must.
Hello?
Yeah, man, you're running up.
Yeah, man.
I mean, I said, I won't say nothing. You just have a minute for talk for yourself.
No, there's a ask something. There's a ask about the helicopter. So when I hear anybody, you know?
Oh, helicopter.
Yeah, man.
Please, Manchester versus States.
Yeah, man.
Wow.
That's the big score, you know?
States. Somebody can text it to me right now. We can't find out the score. You know?
All right, Martin. Because I'll hang up on something. But, you know, big one upstairs, you know?
Yeah, man. Listen, Manchester High States. Jesus, please. Somebody send me the score.
No, man, just hang up, man. You
can't say it. Yeah, but I call me, I have to call, and the program basically done. All right, correction.
All right, Higgins.
Yeah.
Before I finish beat up on the sprint.
Yeah.
You know why I come here? How long am I there? About an hour?
And nobody no call for take you.
Why you think that is? Yeah, so much, man. I call up my name yesterday.
To take you.
After I met my call.
I know that you're
Where
here.
them now? I don't know. Where are they now? Where is CC and him crew? Eh?
Hello?
Hello? Are you the same man ask about the score?
Yeah, man.
No, me can't get it before the program done in 60 seconds. Because I'm a phone, me have to call and find out. And clearly me can't talk on the phone now. So the program I got done.
Yeah, man. All right, pick up yourself, you know, because I show up, you know?
Yeah, man, the show.
Yeah, man. Respect. Thanks for calling, man.
Yeah, great
Yeah,
name for the
man.
show today.
Yeah, man. Oh, that's a good, you know?
No, correction.
Yes,
we
man.
say
Correction. The
Nobody
correct
can't
one.
talk basketball like.
I don't want to help this G-Star, you know?
All right, leave it here, my friend.
Yeah. What you have to say for yourself now?
About what?
Me say I cannot equate a 100-meter final in the Olympics with a ordinary Jamaican football match. You have to
I agree with you.
Okay.
And that is why Jamaicans, as a whole, prefer to watch our athletes and our football. Because our athletes, them, reach further. So more eyes. You're making my point.
No, man. Because I can tell you that more Jamaicans watch the World Cup final than they watch any 100-meter final in the Olympics.
No.
More
Jamaicans watch Bolt in the final than watch the World Cup final. My mother never watched the World Cup.
Don't.
My mother go watch Bolt in the final.
I don't agree.
I'm tell you about my mother. You know
Yes,
my
no,
mother.
that's about
more women in Jamaica. Remember the world, the 100 final is 10 seconds or 11 seconds.
Yes, and I'm
everybody are gonna find the time for that 11
Voila,
seconds.
voila.
Football 90 minutes.
Yes, so much. Yes, so much female. Did you so much females up still match me the other day?
So wrong that it's not funny. But we leave it there. So. All right. Okay. We run great program today. Big up to Astar. Astar looking bright and chirpy. I'll big up the correction to take time more time here to pass.
Yeah, man.
Cool. Join us next week. Same time, same soul.
That's the Sports Desk for today. Remember to tune in and participate on the Sports Desk Mondays through to Fridays 1 to 4 p.m.
Mommy, can we buy some Easter bun, please? Make sure it's Whitfield Easter bun, because it tastes so